Welcome to 7-Sided Die's Carpathian adventure. Travel back 700 years to the early 1300s. Castles like this dot the countryside. The Hungarian Empire, or Carpathian Empire, is at its zenith. The nascent Ottomans are on the rise, but neither Holy nor Roman nor an empire. Holy Roman Empire battles within. England and France fight one another. As the Templars recede into history, the Teutons are on the rise. Welcome to the Carpathian adventure. This was a great hall. There would have been a roaring fire. It would have been adorned with Gothic windows. This might be where our adventuring party might gather. Let's meet them.
From the kingdom of Aragon, I am Zyman Val. I've ventured forth with few possessions and little coin, save an ancient tomb I searched to decipher. But I've struggled to find clues, and at times, food. While freezing in the Alps, fate crossed my path with a shining knight and the champions of the sun. Having aided me in a desperate time, they have earned my service and my friendship. Now, using my wizardry, I fight by their side.
I am Balder, a Norseman, a soldier, and an eldritch knight. I left my home to leave politics behind, only to be dogged by it across Europe. I first met the Champions of the Sun outside a small town in Hungary. Together, we battled Ottoman raiders and vampires. The Champions gave me purpose again, and where it takes me, I know not, but I know I want to be a part of it.
I am Mikolash, a monk from Romania, and sometimes too curious for my own good. My scars tell only part of the tale. Having witnessed cannibalism in my village, as a child, I fled, never to return. On my own, I stole from others to survive. A monk caught me and offered me a better way, but I abused their kindness. Now I walk alongside the champions of the sun. Will they be my own undoing? Or have I finally found the path I was meant for?
I am Borinth, the cave bear. I come from a tribe of barbarians that once lived in the mountains of the Badenweiler. While on my sacred spirit quest, my tribe and family were attacked with none left alive. I now seek the power to avenge my people. With my rage, I grow stronger. And with the champions of the sun, I seek a path to restore and preserve my people's culture and rid this world of any evil that stands in my way.
I am Matthias, of the House of Bathory, Knight Baron of Carpathia. With my traveling companion, Ambria, I was dragged into a whirlwind path by a rogue monk. But those I have met since then have earned my respect, and, more importantly, my trust.
Welcome to the Carpathian adventure. Hello, welcome, I'm Tom. Thank you for joining us. We're a group of gamers who get together in real life to play Dungeons and Dragons. Some of us are military, others are in construction, still others are retail managers, a few are in IT, we're parents, students, etc. So we do this strictly for fun. You may hear some buzzing in the background. That's the air conditioner. It's about 94 degrees where we play, so bear with us. We hope you enjoy it nonetheless. There were quite a few thank yous in our open, except one, you. We'd like to thank you, our Twitch, Facebook, and excuse somebody vomiting in the background as we said Facebook, as well as our YouTube subscribers. Thank you for joining us. If you have not already, Please follow on Twitch. Please like on YouTube and Facebook. And of course, please subscribe on YouTube. I checked, I think it was 368 subscribers on YouTube and about 426 followers on Facebook. That is awesome. We appreciate every single one of you. If during the stream you follow on Twitch or if you subscribe on YouTube, your username will pop up on the screen. During the stream, some of us are watching. In particular, I'm watching Twitch right behind me. I adjusted the bit rate. I'm hoping it doesn't look so jerky, and so far, so good. Please feel free to comment or ask questions while live. We will endeavor to interact if the opportunity presents itself and if it's an appropriate question, if you know what I mean. To all of our subscribers, thank you. What is happening in the campaign? Well, the party is building strength and gathering allies to defeat a powerful vampire named Bayuk Osman Ghazi. In their effort to do so, they are collecting parts to create a powerful magical weapon. Their quest led them to Schloss Kyburg. A series of battles and a siege later, they acquired the Heilige Lanza, or the Lancehead, from the Spear of Destiny. The DM believes, that's me by the way, the DM believes they are in search of at least 2 other parts, perhaps a staff and a power source. Maybe something that binds them together as well, but it's entirely up to them where they go. The party started the last session on the stout wooden palisade walls of a large village called Badenweiler. In front of the village was an unusual wooden tower that they previously learned was for human sacrifices to placate the wind. Not wanting these sacrifices to continue, they decided to no longer placate the wind. When the threat that was taking sacrifices returned, the party engaged them. It turned out that they were invisible, undead construct Roman ice warriors. Say that 10 times fast. Under the command of someone named Drusus. The battle raged. Ximon dashed across the battlefield with his giant magical fist. With it, he bashed away at the warriors. He then climbed a palisade tower and firebolted the enemy. Using the giant magical hand, Ximon pushed an invisible Roman centurion off the wall, then ran. Balder bashed away at the warriors and attacked again, taking out a previously burned ice warrior. He then bashed away at another, taking it out too. Both exploded, doing damage to Balder himself. Balder then sought out another target, attacked, action surged, and attacked again, taking out another. Mikolash kicked the huge barrel of oil the villagers collected, spilling it onto 2 of the invisible Roman ice warriors, immolating one of them instantaneously and seriously damaging another. He then jumped onto an adjacent roof, but slipped and rolled into the flames he had created. Climbing out of the flames, Mikolash attacked the centurion, then tried to jump over the palisade wall. As he did, the centurion attacked him, and Mikolash collapsed, unconscious, just outside the wall. That's my front door bell dinging in the background. Bear with me. Despite teetering on the edge of consciousness himself, Mattias attacked. But he was taken down by the invisible ice warriors too. As he fell, he proclaimed, "Those of us who are about to die salute you." Although I think he was laughing as he said it.
Well, not in character.
Okay. Carrying Sigismund, the legless former Templar knight, Borinth dashed across the battlefield, then cast Bane on multiple enemies. He dropped Sigismund, climbed on top of a roof, then attacked a centurion. Borinth went into a frenzied rage, leapt from one building to another, and attacked another centurion. The centurion Ximon had knocked off the roof. The battle ended. The townspeople put out the fire. Borinth healed Mattias, Mikolash, and several townsmen. In need of food, ale, and rest, the party and Sigismund, the legless former Templar knight, congregated in the Wotensklage Tavern. Mikolash again searched the items covering the tavern walls and found an ancient Roman helmet. Inside the helmet, he was able to identify some words, tensteri and usipeti, among other illegible words. Mikolash put it on his head, and to his surprise, he felt
slightly better protected, and suddenly he could understand Mattius, meaning he could understand Latin. From the wall near the bar, Borinth took the wooden hammer that he had from his childhood. After their conversations, the party took advantage of some much-needed sleep, completing a short rest. The following day, the party chopped down the sacrifice tower and used the wood to create giant defensive staves. Zymon spent the rest of the day in quiet contemplation. Balder climbed a palisade wall tower and scanned the horizon. Mikolash took note of the villagers' disposition. Borinth went for a walk around the perimeter, and Mattius remained near the gate. Later, Balder noted another snowstorm leaping toward the village from the north. Far in the distance, it split into 3 snowstorms. One approached the village from the north, another from the east, and a third from the south. Seeing the gathering storm or storms, Balder led the group in the Heltfest song. The storms approached and closed on the village, fully engulfing it. A battle started. Zymon led, of course, with a fireball, fired at a cluster of invisible Roman warriors. Balder cast a firebolt at a wall of them. Mikolash tried to persuade the creatures approaching to turn back. Borinth echoed Mikolash's sentiments and abjured one of the centurions, and Mattius moved forward to join the party on the walls. One enemy wave rushed the wall to the north. Another, lest their centurion, due to Borinth's abjuration, rushed the eastern wall, and something huge approached from the south and leapt over the walls. Borinth saw a massive ice and earth beast wielding a tree. It swung the tree, whipping the roof off of the Wotansklaga Tavern. With that, it is still snowing. Starlight is reflecting in and off the snow. It is dim light. Visibility is about 60 feet. On the Badenweiler's palisade walls, we rejoin the party in the midst of a battle. But welcome back, guys.
Huzzah.
We have a new player joining us. Pandora, Michelle, welcome. Michelle, Pandora is in.
Everything's a little bit squished. from the
Everything's a
sides.
little bit squished.
Yeah, it's all a little bit thin, at least the way from my perspective. Maybe it's just.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but we'll just. There's nothing I
I'm
can
not
do
having
about
a
it.
problem with it looking
Light at the
thinner.
moment, so I think we'll just go with it. Just make sure your mic is in front of you, Jess, or move slightly to your left,
Aspect
my
ratio
right.
might be a little
You
strange.
It is.
It's different for sure. It's some kind of different aspect ratio.
Bear with me, guys.
That's all right.
It's just the way it is.
doesn't matter.
No problem.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
not sure.
I was just noting.
I'm
it.
not
I
sure
didn't
what's
mean
going
as a-
on. It looks normal on the stream. It might just be something with the feed. I did do some messing around with some things. Anyway, Michelle, you are up in a tavern, and
The roof is on this tavern, correct?
For now.
now
I think it's about to come off.
Yes. the roof is about to be quite in significant pain.
Yeah, I was
Right,
gonna say.
yeah, yes.
It's like that hit song, The Roof is on Fire.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
you're up on a second floor balcony of this wooden ancient inn/tavern. There's no rooms off of it. It's like one gigantic common room, all wooden on the interior with a thatched roof, and you can see the wooden beams and the thatch above it. The walls surrounding the entire room are just covered with trinkets and baubles and paraphernalia, like a TGIF's or a Bennigan's or a Houlihan's from days of yore. Or maybe even a Charlie Brown's with fake books stapled here and there. It's just covered and littered with the medieval equivalent of baseball caps stapled to the ceiling. It is just a plethora of garbage, but it is a warm, comfortable place. Again, no rooms. You manage to find yourself a quiet spot on the second floor balcony that just kind of wraps around the entire interior of it. Down inside, people are drinking, and lo and behold, all of a sudden you hear some kind of chaos outside, but it happens all very, very quickly. People look up, and then just out of the blue, suddenly, as some of our party foreshadowed that you would hear, and as you did hear in the open, all of a sudden the roof just gets torn off right in front of you. and it just disappears. You manage to duck down. A small creature that you know of suddenly throws something over you, protecting you for a brief moment, and says, "You best get out of here." And roll initiative, please. There should be a
11.
11. If somebody could put her up there with an 11 on it.
Same as Simon.
Same as Simon. Okay, there should be another.
don't
If
have
you
a
go
blank,
down
like-
below opponents, I think there's another strip for her. You might have to take the cards. Just push the cards out into the middle of the table. If you would, please. Thank you, Reiner. Okay. While Reiner's fixing that, it is the top of the round. All of a sudden, the sky just fills with snow and splinters of shards of ice come pouring down from the sky as this swirling mass that no one sees except Borinth just swirls away there. And visibility goes from 60 feet down to 20 feet. Shards of ice come falling out of the sky. Pandora, you're up underneath something that you know what it is that is suddenly blocking you for a brief moment. All of the party members roll a dex save, please.
Nexus. 17.
17.
16.
16.
Tom, it's a little bit early, but
A little bit early.
yeah.
Understood.
How bad is the damage? It's a good thing I have a dexterous, but it's gonna be pretty bad most likely.
Okay, and Ryan.
Alright.
A dex.
10.
A 10. So who, I'm sorry.
16.
16.
10.
10.
16.
16.
17.
17. Okay. This rain and ice storm comes pouring down. Everybody who failed, 14 points of piercing damage, 14 points of cold. Mattias, you
Oh, wait,
save.
I'm going to use my D4 on my save from singing the
There
song.
you go. Okay.
What is the fail? I'm sorry, I missed the fail.
I didn't say what it was,
That gives-
but it's a 17.
That'll give me an 18. I got
Okay.
Yeah, I got an 18 as well.
Okay, so
Yeah.
7 points of piercing, 7 points of cold,
Got-
and you save
got
7
one
points of
more of those
piercing,
left.
7 points of cold.
Evasion, I dodged.
14.
You just managed to somehow, you see these shards coming down and you're doing like this dance in between them all.
This
And
guy over here doing the Matrix.
Right? Full time.
the world goes into slow-mo for Chris's character diving in between
The
these
little sonic
shards.
waves following the shards of ice.
Okay, Mikolash, and as you dodge, you are up. What are you doing?
Panicking. Oh, that was very big, very bad. I want to. So if I'm looking at this, I need to.
Visibility's down to 20 feet right now, too, by the way.
Right.
Okay, what do you do? Yes.
I apologize. Was I aware of these in the front? Their advance?
I mean,
We
you
knew they were out
saw
there.
the
Right.
swirls.
You're
You saw
there.
60 feet. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say you would have seen them probably as they started coming over that way.
I want to use my movement to get as close as possible to here if I can. I see 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I think I can get up to here with 55.
Okay.
And I want to. Could I ready an action to attack with a stunning strike following it? Or no, I'll just ready an attack. I apologize. I'll just ready an attack for the first gust of wind within my area to strike.
Okay, understood. You've got a, and your trigger is somebody coming up over the walls, I'm
Yes,
assuming.
any of those gusts of wind, if I assume I can see them spinning
Or hit them.
snow over the walls. Yes,
Okay,
correct.
understood. Remind me if I forget. Baldur,
worries.
you are up. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm gonna go for the big guy. I'm gonna have to get off the wall here.
Which means I'll have to stay behind and face the legionaries.
Well, you're down there. I'm on the top.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna climb down and go towards. Is that Mattias down there?
This is no, that is the
That's Sigismund.
Sigismund.
Sigismund the Legless.
It's probably about as far as I'll get. So I'll go there, and then I will firebolt the big guy.
You might be able to get a little bit closer to him if you wanted, but that's probably
Close enough.
Oh, sorry
To
about
do
that.
it.
10. Yeah, you can see it. It's
Close
just
enough.
swirling. It's right at the edge of your vision, though. It's very difficult to make out, but you can still see it good enough to firebolt it. Fire away.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
I'll take that.
Yes, indeed.
What is it? Do I do damage increases? Oh, okay, so it's 3. Double damage. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
So
goodness.
double the double damage.
Why am I missing a D10 here?
I don't know, dude. You need one?
There we go.
Of course, the wizard has. I need all the dice all the time.
So we got, what is that? 10, 15, 30 damage?
30 points, and of course it appears as though with the flames it does even, that's with doubled?
Mm-hmm.
It does a little bit more than that at the same time.
All right. And then he's got to make a saving throw, DC 15.
What kind of, what is he doing?
I'm sure he's got a lot of...
Nah, he doesn't look that big.
Oh, he's fine.
He probably can't roll under AC.
He's weak.
A 32.
Just barely.
I would prefer if you're going to say numbers like that. Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
No, I like it. I
don't
like
want to know.
I have something to strive for personally, as a PC.
Okay, anything else, Boulder?
That's it.
That is Boulder. Simon, you are up.
Oh.
You see the swirls in the invisible swirls in the snow in front of you.
Somewhere.
Everything else kind of closes in around you. You do see Mikolash seems to stride across the parapet, and he kind of leaps up through your space, almost kind of magically either going in front of you or behind you, depending on which way you're currently facing at that moment. And then he kind of drops down to the side. In the swirling snow around you, you see him immediately to your right, left, depending on which way you're looking.
Typical Mikolash.
Yeah. Stupid show off.
I am going to cast
Jumping and
slow
leaping everywhere.
Slow.
on the guys right in front of us.
Okay, help me out. What do they got to do?
Up to 6 in a 40-foot cube. So
I think you got them all.
got all those guys.
Sure.
Wisdom saving throw, 17.
These guys are not that bright.
I mean, they don't have brains anymore, so.
This is true. They don't really have brains. Brains.
All we
What's the
wanna
DC,
do
sir?
is
17.
You cast away. Oh, okay, yeah. Straight up. No, not a chance in hell. They all fell miserably.
I don't even have to mark them.
Okay.
They all get -2 to their AC and dexterity saving throws and can use no reactions. They can only use an action or bonus action, not both. And it cannot make more than one melee or ranged attack
Okay.
during its turn.
Okay, -2 to AC and Dex.
And only one attack.
One attack, and the movement is halved, I'm assuming?
Halved, yeah.
Halved. Okay.
And,
Okay, understood. Anything else, Simon?
I will then duck down and try to take some cover.
Okay, that is Simon. Pandora, you are up. You are in the top of this building right here. It is suddenly darkness above you where it was starlight, where it was some candles. And you don't see a creature looking down, you just see a swirl of wind and snow.
First thing I do is hit myself over my heart and touch and get mage armor.
Oh.
So I
AC
cast.
13, correct?
Yep.
Understood.
Plus dex modifier. Hold on. 13 plus 14. DC
14, understood.
DC
It goes up from your studded level by 1. Studded level by 1. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
It's still something.
There you go.
5% is 5%.
Yeah.
Now, she can actually. Is it because it's dark that the vision, the field of vision is only 20 feet, or is it because it's debris?
It is snow,
Okay, all
swirling
right, gotcha.
snow and
She's
obscuration.
she's not going to question the voice in the back of her head. So she's going to head down the stairs as quickly as possible.
Okay, you
Heading towards the bartender.
You're up on one side. You see probably about 10 feet away from you a set of stairs. People.
I'm like feeling along the banister.
It is where it was bright before, and there was candelabras hanging from the ceiling. Now there's nothing there. It's darkness. There's swirling snow. There's some
my hair,
fireplaces that were going, but it suddenly got very, very dark in here at the same time, and the snow is just swirling about. You managed to go down you stumble toward the ladder, push somebody out of the way, and you get down to the base of it. You probably got about another 15 feet of movement left.
Do I see the bartender?
You see two bartenders, one off to the left-hand side. One of them is an older gentleman, and the other is a young lady.
I will run over to the young lady and run over both of them. What happened? How can I help?
I don't know. How can you help?
I'm new to the town. Is there a central hall that people can go to for safety? We gotta get these people out of here.
There's a welcoming committee for the village that puts together flowers and
she just yells,
other
"Everybody out!" And she heads to the door. She tried.
Okay, you turn and you run out the door. I'm gonna say, roll a d4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's not a d4, Michelle. I know I've got them.
Pick a die.
It's a 4.
A 4. I said, so you are over here, you run out, you find yourself in the middle of an alleyway. You were wedged in between these two buildings.
Okay, so there's some cover.
Yep, there is some there. That is, I'm going to say that's about all you can get done. I mean, between running down, communicating, and all that, that's quite a bit.
Yep, thus endeth my turn.
Okay, that ends your turn. Mattias, you are up. What are you doing?
Okay, so the legionaries are currently still climbing the wall, correct?
Well, you can't tell. I mean, they're just swirls. And from where you are, where are you? Oh, yeah, okay. The swirls, they don't look like they've started to climb yet.
All right. Well, on the one hand, they're not coming up yet, so I can't hit them. On the other, if I leave...
Well, don't open the gate.
Well, no. Of course not.
Whatever you.
Oh, you're on the palisade. I thought you were in front of the gate.
Yeah, I'm on the palisade. I haven't used the other figure for a while.
Try using one of those big spears that we made.
Okay, Mattias will try grabbing the large spear.
One of those giant pole arms.
Next to him.
Okay. You reach up and... Where are you? You reach up and you grab that. You reach over and you drop your sword, or it was tethered to you or something, and you reach over, and this stave is huge. It's like Warren cut down a tree and kind of just shaved the tip of it with you guys. You've got it in your hand there. What are you doing?
Mattias is going to try and take it over his shoulder and then slam it point down on top of one of the legionaries.
Okay, roll to hit. I'm gonna just proficiency and just roll to hit and strength. Yep, sure.
Okay, so that's natural 20.
Natural 20. Obviously, pull a critical card.
Triple damage leg.
Nice. Roll away.
Okay, what is the
I'm gonna make it 3d6. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me. Okay, first d6. 5. Second d6. 5. Third d6. 6. So 16 plus my strength is 21 times 3.
Whoa! So you shove this giant tree stunk down into something there, and you feel it striking armor and ice and something, and it just kind of rips right through it, and you can feel it jam into the ground on the other side of it, and the swirl of snow just curls up around it and just kind of collapses. shards of ice come flying towards you, but the wall kind of and the stave itself kind of blocks it. Anything else?
Escape the explosion.
Well then, a bit time for me to show you what a real knight of Carpathia is capable of. You ancient fossils!
Huzzah.
Right?
The blue sky smiles on me even despite your storm!
Trying to concentrate, Marius.
I don't care!
I can't see a thing. What are you looking at? I don't understand.
Can Matthias
Everyone else
try
is
to
just
pull
standing there. He
the
just threw the
staff
stick
Okay,
off?
yeah, sure. Go ahead, give me a strength check. You jammed it so deep into the ground. Just give me a strength check,
I
sir.
have a plus 11 to strength.
Okay.
Some random guy. Hey, we need one.
26.
A 26. You've got it out, and you probably have one more jab if you want to try and jab again.
I'll try. I'll try hitting them.
You are rolling with disadvantage against invisible creatures, though.
Yeah.
Just so jab away. I probably failed on that on the first one, but still, it was too cool.
Okay, and that is a 13. That is not going to hit.
A 13 with all of your pluses?
Yes.
So you thrust this thing back. You feel something it brush up against it. You feel like you struck, but like it kind of dodged out of the way at the last second. And it jams into the ground. Anything else? That probably bid on your attacks. Anything else?
Yeah, that would probably be it.
Okay.
So, I will have to pull it back out next turn.
Okay, good. That's it for Mattias. The party
So
allies.
that was a pretty triumphant opening.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. Oh my
Sigismund
god.
turns and starts pulling himself on his chair. He says to Balder, "Balder, which way are we going? You're facing away from the enemy.
Taking down the big beast.
The big beast. I don't see a big beast. I'm on my."
Giant swirling wind.
He's down on his stumps on the ground there.
I'm pretty sure
There's
that's
a
the beast
wall
that
behind
took
him.
your legs.
That's the beast that took my legs. And he's then he crawls and he starts to crawl around to the corner and he gets about 15 feet and he can't quite get there. And that's about as far as he gets.
Him up there.
Huh?
Have him stay next to me. I'm throwing him on top. On his next
So you turn to him and
I was
say,
gonna say
"Don't-"
there's Pandora.
You reach over and you grab him before he can move.
I just load up.
Okay, that is the party allies. The opponents at this point.
So wait, did I kill one of the legionaries?
As best you know, yes.
Because I was about to say.
How many do I have over there?
There's
one
Five.
swirly
Four.
Four. Okay.
Four slow guys.
Huh?
4 slowed legionaries.
4 slowed legionaries.
That was,
Yes, indeed.
That was a very good opening for me. I'm happy with that.
That was very, very cool. Okay, from the guy far in the distance, what's he gonna do? Well, actually, you know what? He can't see everything that's going on either. So he's just gonna drop up when this ice storm just goes and comes down on top of everybody in that general area. This just descends, careening down everybody in this general area right here. I think you're probably shielded behind the building, but all of these folks roll a dex save, please.
I'll take that other D4 now.
That's a pretty cool ability.
Yeah.
That came in pretty nice.
8.
An 8, understood.
That gives me a 17.
A 17.
Yeah, I'm using my
A
other save for
17.
this
Yeah, that song helps a lot. Not me at D4.
This ice comes, this ice and sleet and cold comes tearing from above.
How many of the D4 do you get?
2. You get 2 at the song.
2, yes, 2.
And I haven't used either of mine yet.
Yeah,
you
mine
gotta
are
choose
gone.
both.
Okay, who failed? 1. Everybody else passed? Okay, you take 17 cold, 17 cold, 17 bludgeoning. The rest of you take, what is that? I guess 8. 8 and 8.
Mikolash evasion.
And Mikolash evades.
62 to 28.
We're having fun.
Okay, and okay, these guys will pile over the walls. These two help somebody up, and this guy gets up. This guy goes down. These two are.
Tomas, no.
Did he run it
And this
like
guy,
he ran away?
These two, no, he's like
Brave
you
son
don't
Thomas
know.
ran away.
And this guy goes
He's
down.
burrowing in the snow.
Just taking a nap.
Okay, over here, these two, they're slow. How many are I have over there?
You got 4.
Five.
Yes.
Okay, so
I
two
can't
of them
count.
get together. One will pile over the top, and the other ones. That's about all. Actually, then one will put one going down toward the entranceway down here. So there's one over the top. Let me see. 1, 2,
What's
3,
their movement? Because they're
4,
half.
5. Yep, call it 15.
15?
Yep. Let's see. So he's gonna go over here, right in between Mikolash and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going after Mattias. He only gets one swing, one attack, right? Correct. He takes his one attack at Mattias, and just invisible creature
Against
swings
my
away at you.
22
Yeah,
armor
he doesn't have a
class.
chance in heck, but he swings. Whoosh, whoosh. And he doesn't connect with you. And this guy now.
Just one quick point of order. So as he crossed the wall, my hold action would have
Oh
triggered.
yes,
So
that's not
I'm
a
gonna
point
take
of
my
order.
2
That's what I asked you to remind me about it. I told you I wouldn't remember it.
19 plus 8.
19 plus 8. You.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's the low because it's 11 plus 8. 19.
19
Yeah.
still bam, bam, bam. It
First
still
attack,
connects.
And then second attack. 1.
That's not gonna do it.
A natural one.
Yep.
Pull a fumble card, sir.
Well, make,
Okay,
your,
no.
make your damage before
Yeah,
you
do your damage. It does
before
still.
you do
Your first one still
Okay.
works though.
Yeah.
In case that's really detrimental to you.
Yeah, you know, it didn't look good.
I hope it's not the end.
9 damage.
9 damage to it. Understood.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like this one. Scared. DC 15 wisdom or be frightened as per the condition.
Ooh.
So
You know, it would be bad if you failed, but it really falls into play.
19 plus 4.
Nice.
There you
But
go.
I'm not very scared of stuff anymore. I got a lot braver as of recently.
Or
So
just
you
you
are
are
scared
scared
into the
or not
horrors of
scared.
this
I was
world.
Yeah,
more
really,
scared.
yeah.
I used to be more scared. I'm still terrified.
Or you might just be more numb to the horrors that we've encountered.
It's like shell
I
shock.
look cool on the outside. I'm just a little less jittery on the inside.
Okay. Understood.
How much damage on that first attack?
It was 9 for the first.
Okay, that is the party
Big
allies.
stuff over here.
I read that is the that was
the opponents.
That was the opponents, rather. Thank you. That was the opponents. Top of the round. All of a sudden, there's from over where you are, Pandora. You see just like this swirl up over your shoulder behind you to your right, if you're facing that way, or in front of you to your left, if you're facing that way. Kind of like sucking things out of the tavern. It's almost like something is just going and just absorbing everything that's in the tavern and sucking people toward it. And they seem to be, and you quickly glance and you see little flames being lifted up and pulled toward this creature, and you see people being pulled up out of the tavern at the same time, being pulled up toward this creature. It is Mikolash, you are up.
Okay. For this, I want to.
Oh, Borinth, I know I normally don't do this, but Borinth turns and he runs toward the beast. And he's like, I am Borinth!
That boring. He's so boring.
He is so boring.
He's so boring.
That's so boring.
If I can make it to here with 55 movements, I
You
would
tell
like
me.
to.
Small will to kick him into.
This is an awkward angle. So
It is.
I don't think he's even fitting there.
Grab his leg and I jump down below. Take him with me.
40,
That'll work, right?
45, I think that puts me at.
Yeah.
Dip, dart, dash. running across the
Yeah, just
battlefield.
roll me a perception check on your way there,
Yeah.
because it's like 20 feet, and you're trying to figure out where to go.
I'm
in
kinda
all
just
this
trying to
swirling.
check
You're
out the
trying not to
swirls.
slam into
Yeah.
a building
And
like the
as that
Roadrunner
guy,
movie.
as you
or like
as you
Wily
leave,
movie.
oh, that guy doesn't. No, you've got to be. Never mind. Okay.
Perception, 11 plus 8, 19.
19. Okay, you managed to weave your way down despite the swirling snow, and you find your way toward it.
I'm going to try to make an attack with a stunning strike to follow. Natural 20 and a 2. So first one misses.
He does this to
Second
every
strike.
enemy.
You feel it connecting with just ice and snow, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
My extra
Fine,
attack
use a
kicks in,
weapon. He
and
keeps
then my
using his
stunning
hand.
strike. Right?
Who
So
would
it'll
have
be
thought
my punch
using
for
your
my extra
fists
attack,
to
and then my
punch
stunning
the
strike.
wind
Right?
does not work.
You're going to have to tell me.
I just want
Try the devil.
I'll go with whatever's most beneficial for you right now, and if I'm wrong, we'll figure it out afterward.
It's
Okay.
like saying that
When
it's
you
like
hit,
how
you
you
can
can't,
attempt
in
to make a
fact,
stunning
harvest
strike.
lumber by punching a tree.
using a key
It does
point.
not work that way.
Okay,
So I
so
guess you got a hit.
I got a hit. That's the
Worth
thing.
that.
So the first attack was
Yeah,
a
I
miss.
can see that happening actually.
Oh god.
He just punches it and it all turns into very neat little cut
7
miniature logs.
Plus
Stacks.
No, like he
9.
punches it and it
not
falls
gonna
over.
You
and then
feel
it
your
just
fists
breaks,
punching, and you
then the
know
trunk
you're
just
striking
breaks into
home,
these
but it's
little
just not.
cylinders.
I want
It's
to use.
just not doing
I want to
anything.
use a luck point. I'm gonna burn
Okay,
it.
understood. I think this is the very first time.
I think I might have used it for the mistress. The mistress was quite an issue for me.
Oh my goodness.
I'm using
Okay.
another
One, two,
luck one
one,
because
two.
that's
Is
just
that
gonna
what I
be
got over
bad.
there? 1, 2.
It was another 1. I rolled 2 1s.
Well, you got them all out of your system now.
Yeah, you're getting that early.
Oh god. A 9 plus 9, 18.
And 9 plus 9, you feel it like connecting home, but it just doesn't feel like it's doing any damage.
I'll use my last 10 feet of movement to disengage.
Understood.
Right behind.
Understood. Using your monk ability, you manage. He doesn't get an attack at you. Anything else, Mikolash?
That's the end of my
Balder,
turn.
you are up.
All right. I will toss Sigismund right to the top of this thing.
Okay.
Get ready!
Give me a strength check
latest
with
sport-
disadvantage.
the
I mean,
latest
this guy
sports
is
phenomenon
here
is
picking up a
dwarf
human
tossing.
being, a human being in armor. He's still big and strong.
Oh, 21.
A 21 with disadvantage. You pick him up and he's like, "Yes, throw me, Balder."
The latest sports sensations.
You
since
see him
dwarf
go
tossing.
hurtling through the air, and he's gonna
Sigismund
try
toss.
and drive his sword home into the thing. Roll me a straight up attack and add.
It's like Wolverine and Colossus fastball special.
Yeah, exactly.
And add 8 to it, sir.
Come on. Oh, we're not letting that happen.
No, it's too awesome to let that happen.
Can't. 19.
Yes.
A 19. He jams his sword into it and he starts to slide down, and it's just like you think it's cutting into the stream of the swirling mass, but it's not cutting. It's just kind of like sliding down, and he kind of collapses at the base of the thing.
So,
And he
like
takes-
Errol Flynn, but less graceful.
And he takes some damage falling, not a lot, but Sigismund takes a little bit more damage falling down. And- Balder, what else are you doing?
Like a less graceful,
that was my
legless
attack, right?
Errol Flynn.
I'm sorry,
That
what?
was my attack.
Yes.
So then I will. Well, that was one of your 3 attacks.
Yeah, I mean, you had to pick him up. I mean, I think it's pretty generous.
Well, then I would cast my cantrip first, and then I could still attack.
Sure, throw your cantrip.
So fireball.
Fire a bolt away. Wrong one. A little bit more dramatic for a firebolt.
Was that 18?
An 18, and you see it like burst against the smear of the swirl, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
All right, and then I'm just gonna move around the.
You're gonna move around
That-
this direction?
yeah, right over
How
there.
far? Best
30-ish feet.
30-ish, so you're trying to come back behind it, kind of
Yeah.
speak? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna say you can get over here. Is that good? Okay, anything else?
That's it.
That's it for Balder. Simon, you are up.
as I am tucked behind the parapet or whatever,
The tower.
yeah, I begin to notice this kind of like heartbeat, and I realize that it's coming from the tome that I carry with me. And I get this overwhelming sensation to flee. That the book just wants me to leave. That it wants to, like, a sense of self-preservation. Like, I need to get out of here. Like, my heart starts racing just as the book is pounding.
You start
And then-
stroking the book's spine to try and calm it down.
In the next second, I see a flash in my eyes of me sitting in the tower with my spell book in one hand and the tomb in the other, as if I'm trying to combine the spell that I think might be somewhere in that book and something in my spell book together. And I take a seat and I take them both out and I just start looking. That'll be my action for the round. Kind of like half by instinct, half by desperation.
Understood. And I think I know what you're doing. And this is what we kind of talked about in the.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I presume it'll definitely take more than 6 seconds.
You start trying to process this. Roll me an Arcana check, if you would, please.
I'll be at 19.
19. And in your head, as you're reading it, you see an almost like an image of hell overwhelms you, of just complete and utter chaos. You find yourself standing in basically the woods, and then from outside of you, it's all almost as if flames shoot away from you and just keep going in all directions. It doesn't actually happen, but in your head, and it just keeps going in all directions, and the ground just scorches as it goes and then turns to ash as it continues to rush outward from you. And then immediately around you, you see some figures appearing as the flames continue to rush out farther and farther, turning the ground and the trees black and then to gray. And then it's almost, you feel like you're being sucked up into the sky, but you're not being. You feel like you would be sucked up into the sky, and it just keeps going, and you have a sense of like yourself going up, and as if something was being blown outward and then being sucked back in and about to be carried back up again. And that's just the sensation you have, and it's just overwhelmingly painful. And the images of figures that start to appear about you almost look like angels, and they almost look like they're crying in front of you. Roll a what is your wisdom? Well, it doesn't matter. Roll percentile dice.
I'd rather
please.
not answer that question.
Roll percentile dice, please. Well, I do know what your wisdom is.
86.
86. 86. Your wisdom is 10. Okay.
Smart, not wise.
Okay. Roll a d20, please.
Oh, what have I got myself into?
Some bad juju.
That's cocked. So's that.
10.
A 10. Okay. Don't read anything else. Just read number 10 on there, please.
Okay.
And then you figure out how to role play it.
You have eidetic memory, right?
You see what it says?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. That's your turn.
Okay.
Okay. Pandora, you are up.
Okay. Let's take a look. Oops.
You are wedged in between
Oh,
these
yeah,
buildings
I
right
am.
here.
All right. Okay.
It's a weird entrance for an inn.
Right? So, I've kind of seen, I'm going to move out a little bit. I've kind of seen somebody attack this giant thing with a tree. I've seen somebody throw a half a human at this thing.
He was a fully.
It's just a swirl. You don't see this. You see
I just
basically like a large
right,
swirl
like
of
a
snow.
cyclone of snow and ice and debris that's sucking everything. So I'm just going to peek around the corner, and I saw this poor little guy run up, throw some blows, do nothing, and then run away. And there's still one big guy out there. So Pandora's going to put herself in front of that big guy. Hold on, I've got this.
In front of the big guy.
In front of Borinth?
Yes.
In front of Borinth. Okay, this guy is down here on the right. You're gonna.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we win.
It worked.
See?
And
Go
the hand of
Pandora!
God accidentally comes down and smashes it like a scene out of the Monty Python.
She's just gonna
2D
throw an
sketch.
arm. She's gonna throw an arm in front of that big guy, not get in front of him, but throw an arm in front of him.
Yeah, I don't think
like the
Borinth will
foot
let
at
you
the end of the Monty
Yeah,
Python
yeah.
intro.
I'm gonna throw an arm, protective arm in front of him.
Okay.
It's okay. And I'm gonna bonus.
That's not him.
I know, just
I know,
on
I know,
that
yeah.
general area, yeah. It's okay. So I'm gonna throw. I wouldn't do hex because it doesn't look like anybody, but I will. I am going to shoot the storm. So I'm just going to clasp my hands together, and a ball of purplish glowing light starts to form, and it gets bigger and brighter until it's finally opaque, and it brightens up, covers her entire body, and then finally coalesces again into a single beam into the storm.
And you cast Hex upon him, correct? Or trying to, anyway. Yes.
No, not hex, because
What are you casting?
Just Eldritch Blast.
Oh, okay.
I should have.
Understood.
I figured she wouldn't cast hex because it doesn't look like a creature.
Okay, understood.
And she rolls a whopping 8.
And you see it go up against it, and it like bursts against it, and it doesn't seem to penetrate the wind in any way,
Good thing
shape, or
is,
form.
we all think you hit it, because none of us know either.
So as far as I know,
It looked good.
hit the storm.
It looked good.
And then
As far as Matthias knows, all he understands is that there's suddenly purple light flashing in the background.
What are you people doing back there?
And then I'm gonna go run back into that wedge. I'm gonna drag that big guy with me. It's safer here.
You're gonna drag which big guy? Borin?
Barinth. Now, mind you, Barinth can resist.
I cannot imagine Borinth would let you pull him.
So she's like, tug, falls, and she crawls off into her.
1 second. I think wounded, he's got 10 times your hit points.
So she's gonna go back in that little wedge just so she can.
Okay, understood.
Not entirely. I'm gonna be able to see the battlefield.
Okay, understood. But you're in the wedge there, so I'm gonna give you. Are you trying to get like 100% cover? Or
No,
75?
3/4 is fine.
3/4, understood. So you've got like 3/4 cover back there. Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage on Borin.
Happily.
Oh man.
I hope you get 2 natural 20s. That would make me so happy.
Yeah.
14.
A 14. Borin turns momentarily, sees you, and
Laughs.
he's like, I don't even know what you are. and he turns back. No, he's like, nah. Okay.
Thus endeth my
Anything
turn.
else? Pandora, that's it. Mattias, you are up.
Okay, so the stake is stuck in the ground at an angle currently.
Yes.
There's one right next to me.
Yes, this swirling mass kind of immediately to your left.
Okay, so I have 3 attacks. I am Battery Matthias, you living, fossilized piece of rusting metal casing of... You and your kind have knocked me out 3 times, and I will not suffer the insult of a 4th!
Matthias is fighting somewhere.
He says that to his armor every day.
So, Matthias will take a first swing.
Hungriest man in the world.
Every morning.
And that is a 25 to hit.
A 25. You turn toward the warrior to your immediate left. You turn and you slash away, and you feel it cut in between the bands, and it strikes the ice, and some of it explodes. Yes.
My second attack. A 27 27.
A 27, you swing and your sword goes all the way through, and you cut back again, striking home.
Nope, and my third. And that is a 23.
A 23. Whoa! It's and you just strike down on top of its head, and you feel it cutting through the armor of of Mikolash's Roman helmet, or something like it.
Yep. Okay, and then that's 3d8 plus 9 plus 15. 16 plus 15 is 31, plus 9 is 40. 40 damage.
40 points of damage, still up, but he look, to the extent that wind can look damaged, it looks damaged, if you will.
Sputtering.
I'm sorry?
It's sputtering.
Yes, indeed. Okay, 40. That was not the one that took 9 before, correct? It's a different one.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, understood.
It's better you than him.
Okay, anything else, Mattias?
No.
Okay, that is Mattias. The party allies, Sigismund,
Oh, almost forgot.
uses half of his movement to get his own butt back up, and he's standing right there, and he's gonna swing away. He chops away at this thing, taking his swings with disadvantage. And he's like, I'm not gonna die so easily today. Natural 1, fumble card, please.
Stabs himself.
He misses, and
He's right. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be really, really hard.
Why don't you just stay home?
He's distracted. He's swinging away, and like little bits of snow get into his eyes, and he's like, what is that? I feel like I'm in the desert at Aka again. I can't see. My eyes are bleeding. He loses focus. Attack rolls against the creature are at advantage. Against him are at advantage. They already were until the beginning of the next turn.
So really,
this effect ends at the beginning of the next turn.
So really, nothing changes.
Nothing really changes, but it was dramatic.
Pandora sees this and said, I thought he was dead.
The rest of the villagers are running around in a panic, trying to
I would have
figure out
saved
what
him.
to do. That is the party allies. The opponents. These one you don't see what's going on over here. There's no party members over in this area. These two will try and help one of the others up there. And this one will attack Mattias. So how many are over here?
There's one in front of the gate, and there's one right here.
Okay, so throw this one in front of the gate. He'll move 15 feet in this direction. Okay, and that's all he can do. And he's going to attack that villager right there. And so those two over there, one, he's going to jab up at you with disadvantage. And so he doesn't have a chance in heck, but he will try. No, he jabs and he jabs and he jabs. And no, he doesn't hit you, Simon. And on Mattias, the one swings away on Mattias. A 21. I don't think that hits. No. A 23 hits.
He only gets one attack.
Oh, he only gets one. So that's right, he's slowed. So he swings away and he misses you. This guy, the big guy up top, he at this point, he takes his tree and he just turns and he swings in a giant arc. In this giant arc, and he's gonna go after all four of you.
Everybody.
All four of you.
Sigismund's too low to the ground. He's okay.
I'll give him straight up because he had advantage on Sigismund. He's kind of low. He is kind of low to the ground compared to the rest of you. But he's gonna go ahead and swing away at the rest of you. Okay, on Balder, he's got a 29. I'm assuming that's a hit. On who's next in line? Sigismund. Straight. I'm sorry. I said I would do it straight up. 11. He still gets hit with a very high.
Borinth surprisingly doesn't get hit. And on Mikolash, 2 19s. You got pounded, dude, plus with his bonuses. Okay. This
Not your knife.
tree you can see the tree part as it come out of the swirl. It looks like a giant birch tree that somebody named Deb cut from somebody's backyard. And it just swings through all of the bodies. And
Thanks a lot, Deb.
everybody make a Dex save, please. DC 17 Dex save. You might want to fail. It's up to you.
Including Pandora?
You're not there.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Do I have a choice not to fail?
Actually, you know what? I'll give her a chance that Splinters now well, actually a 17. A 17 would hit you, but I'm going to say you got partial blockage from the walls. The walls start caving in by you. You're going to take some damage. Roll a DC 17 Dex save too. Everybody, I'm sorry. You're not there.
I'm way over there.
No, failed.
21.
21. You're not there. And
You said DC 17 Dex?
yes, I did.
Okay. Ooh. Nope, fail. 14.
Fail. Okay. Those who failed, you are okay. You are obviously you were already hit, but when the tree hits you, you are thrown. Another. I don't know why I picked such big numbers.
What, 50 feet?
A lot.
We're out of the hole.
Yeah, really, right?
I got more dice than I know what to do with.
That's okay, the walls will stop us.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, you might end up impaled on one of them, but
Right.
it'll stop you. You can still fight with a log sticking out of your stomach.
Dragon Ball Z, we just...
Yes, you get blown. Boulder, you failed, you said?
Yeah.
You get tossed back, you slam into this wall, and you tumble over the side of it. Over the side of it. As you do, you take another 44 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy cats.
Mikolash,
doing good.
you did save or you did not
I
save?
did save 21.
You did save.
Now you know what it feels
so
like to be me.
you continue to stand there. You know, and you take 44 points of bludgeoning damage.
Negated because of evasion.
Well, the throw is the only thing that was the evasion.
Oh,
the damage
that did
is
do
from,
damage. The 44 was from the hit.
The 44 was from the hit. The save was to see if you were thrown or not.
Okay,
But you saved, so you
Yes.
continue
Yes.
to stand there
Stand strong.
stoically.
My ribs are like this right now.
He gets hit with the log like this, just bends with it.
The log broke on him.
But my
As
helmet
he just tips
is
to
my
one
helmet-
side, and then he just snaps back upright after it passes.
You are adding the helmet to your
Yeah,
AC, right?
it was a 19.
Okay.
Yeah, you rolled a 19, so it's
Well, it
just
was
two
two 19s
Yeah.
plus his. I didn't
Exactly,
even add
yeah.
his
It's
plus
like
15 to
it's
hit.
like he's one of
So
those
it was-
things,
it
one of
was,
those rubber things that just snaps back upright,
Yeah.
no matter how much pressure you put on it. The log is past, he just snaps back upright.
Funny
even
thing.
though he's
Stretch
got
Armstrong.
tons of
Funny thing,
broken
there is a
bones.
limit to the pressure. It's another one of those.
He is tossed as well. Sigismund is thrown against the wall over here. Borinth is thrown against the wall over in this direction.
Wasn't he not hit?
Oh, that's right. Did I say he was not? Okay, my bad. Okay, there he is not hit. Sigismund, Mikolash and Borinth stand their ground. Okay, that is the allies. At the top of the round, this guy turns.
Do you mean the opponents?
The opponents. At the top of the round, this guy turns and he starts sucking more bodies out. You see people. To Mikolash, you can see people being sucked out of the tavern up into this giant beast. Everybody having a good time? Sorry about all the cameras there. We will be right back. My throat is parched. You're watching the Carpathian Adventure. Hopefully the audio is not terrible. We'll be right back, guys. Thank you. You're watching the Carpathian adventure on Seven-Sided Die, and we rejoin the party in the Battle of Badenweiler. I think Balder and
This alone will probably
Sigismund and
Mikolash?
Mikolash managed.
Oh, he
were
survived.
tossed out of the city. He's standing to fight another day
Use
here.
the key point to rearrange his inner organs.
Okay, that is the
realign his spinal
legendary
column.
actions there. Mikolash, you are up.
Crazy monks.
What are you doing?
When that large snow thing did its soul-sucking thing or whatever, did it make any sounds? Did it do anything? Did
Sure,
I hear
it's like-
anything? Any words?
Oh no, you
Not
didn't hear any
words.
words.
Not
per
nothing
se.
verbal. Okay.
No, nothing coherently verbal coming out of it.
I will...
Normal wind noises.
Normal.
And not in Latin.
Yeah, just to make sure not Latin, right? 5, 10, 15, 20,
If that were Latin, it would be the strangest and most garbled Latin I've ever
Goes
heard.
for his Achilles heel.
I've heard a lot of Latin.
Things are happening all over. Someone shouted at Borinth for a moment and then tried to grab him. Mikolash is just, everything is swirling in his head, and that strike just levels him. So everything in his mind, he's kind of panicking really badly. Because a lot of these things have happened in the past that have kind of frightened him. This is bad. This is very bad. Mikolash runs to what he's hoping is the opposite side of whatever he saw was happening toward the tavern. He's going to put his all into this. He's going to just block everything out. He's going to try to make 2 attacks, hoping he can connect for this.
I'm going to say
big
you've got
strike.
it. You don't know you have a flank, but you've got a flank, so it's straight up.
Oh, okay. Well, 2
Okay.
attacks then.
It's in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because he's invisible, but at the same time you have advantage. So.
I like it.
Okie doke.
No questions. A 23 and an 18, I believe.
A
the 18
23,
fails.
you bam, bam, and the first one just, you feel it push through something, and you actually feel it, your fist bury into snow and earth. This second one doesn't seem to connect with anything, though.
Okay. So, 6 plus 10 damage for the first. I'm going to say my left fist missed, my right fist found purchase, and my eyes just instantly lock into where I believe that was, and I want to go for a stunning strike. Just channeling my ki and hoping I get that quick little moment of that flattened flash of shadow and try to hit.
Understood. You're putting all your strength and
energy
and what have you into it.
I roll for the stunning strike. The target must succeed on it.
Here.
We're all grabbing chips.
No failing.
One for you.
No failing.
Oh god. You can just hold on for a second. It's not ready. I'm gonna switch.
Yeah,
Want to borrow my
switch
dice, Dale?
They're bad dice.
Kind of cocks back for that normal over-the-shoulder punch, and then kind of tilts the elbow, the shoulder joint, tries to go up, hoping that he can connect into something at a weird angle just to create a... That was a 1, so that's my 3rd one of the night.
Your dice, they hate you.
That's not great, but I think I need to do it. I'm gonna just keep going.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
It's time to change dice.
Roll it. See it.
Okay,
Wow.
you just keep pounding away. Boom, 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 boom.
Because you're in Borinth's seat.
Yeah.
And you almost get a sense that it probably would be virtually impossible to stun
roll higher
something
than
this huge anyway. But you keep pounding away at it.
Failing that terror strike in me, thinking that that was the best I could do, that I put everything into that strike, and nothing happened. 20 feet back.
Understood. You're in between those two buildings there.
Yeah.
I got it. Understood. That is anything else, Mikolash? Balder, you are up.
Oh my. And I'll just kind of get up
I'll start walking over. That was a good one. And I'll do my second wind.
How's that new
Get a
armor?
little bit back.
How's that new armor doing? Big old dent?
It helped. It helped a lot.
Some of the fires are smushed.
And then I'm just gonna walk around the corner here, and I will just shoot a firebolt at it.
Okay, at the big, you walk around the corner and you see a swirl in front of you, near one of the old
right through the gate.
villagers,
Oh, yeah.
right there, and you
then
also see the
Then I'm
giant.
just gonna attack it.
Okay, you understood. You're gonna
Yeah.
move forward and attack that guy.
Yeah. So I'll do my
Okay.
second wind.
And
Not the
I'm
old
gonna
guy,
say
the-
you don't know
the-
it, but you're
the
attacking
ice
him from
guy.
behind, so it's a disadvantage, advantage. It's straight up.
So yeah, I'll do my second wind. The hammer will just burst into flames. Boom, and we've got a 21, a 31, 30, and a 22.
All three hit. You just.
Thank God there was no
bam,
disadvantage.
Bam.
And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is going to be 8. What is it? 8. Hold on. 8 plus 9, so that's 17. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fire. Yes, 8 fire.
Okay, you
And
notice
then-
that the fire seems to do slightly more damage to it.
And then it's another
What was the total?
15 and 11.
So what's the total and what's the fire? What's the total
8
non-fire?
fire.
Okay.
And then what did I say? 15, 11, and what was the first one? 18.
15, 11,
Or no, 17.
15, 11, and 17,
Yeah.
32, 43, right?
Yes.
43
Okay.
physical, 8.
Okay, understood. Bam, bam, bam. He's still up, but you, to the extent that wind can look damaged, it looks damaged. Anything else, Balder?
It's slowing out a
That's
little.
it.
Okay, it's already slow, but that's Balder. Simon, you are up.
I stand up, my eyes roll
Sorry,
back in my
double
head. Blood starts pouring
I need it.
out of my ears and my eyes.
Yipes.
I utter the words Providencia. And a wall of fire just shoots out from me in a straight line. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, kind of that direction.
That's
I'd
a
say.
beast.
Okay,
Kind of
just
like there,
lay it out.
Like
if you would.
60 feet.
Okay, just lay it out.
Somewhere kind of going through, probably that way, maybe hitting Borinth, maybe just touching that thing. I don't know.
Okay, understood.
And I just kind of stand there.
Tell me the damage, sir.
Points of fire damage.
20 points of fire.
And slow drops off the other guys.
Understood. Off those two, but not.
Off that guy, and that
Oh,
guy.
because they were concentration.
That was concentration.
Got it.
and
Now I understand.
This is a concentration.
Got it.
spell.
Got it. Got it. I was
I
thinking
have
that
a-
was damage. Never mind.
Quick mechanical question. The last bullet, was that only while I'm mounted?
And I kind of stand just in the tower, arms out, stretched back.
You scary.
It's a bad idea.
Ice, snow, fire.
It's a
Jeez.
really, really bad idea.
It doesn't say that, but
But you would say it implies.
I don't know. I don't know.
I would assume it does
I
because of the
a
phrase.
lance is kind of an odd thing to be running around on foot with. I guess
no,
you.
that's not what I mean.
Well, let you read it over. I gotta
the
keep
last
Mhm.
bullet, not the one
going.
before.
I'll go with whatever you think for now, and then we can research it later.
Okay.
Okay, I trust your judgment. Okay, the flames shoot up, so these
Like,
guys
out
take.
of my chest, like straight forward.
Understood. 40, 40, 40, correct?
Yeah, anybody that you
And
think
Sigismund,
is in
Mattias,
anybody that's
no
in
saves.
kind of like straight line.
Mattias.
It's a what is it? I think it's a dex save. Yeah, dexterity save.
Okay.
If anybody wants to make it.
Okay, and what is it? Save for half, or what is it?
You could choose
Yeah,
not
save
to.
for half. And
A
it's,
DC 17?
yep. DC
Okay,
17.
Mattias, make a
Sorry.
DC 17. Sigismund. Sigismund rolls a natural 17 without any bonuses. Borinth rolls a 3. He gets
Perfect time
burned.
for our wizard
DC
to be
17
losing
dex.
control.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's and those two guys up there. One save, one does not.
I'm gonna.
Understood. Okay, and of course the big guy. What
And that is
his
an 18.
dex? Okay,
Sorry.
and he's got a 25. Okay. So, you said 40, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
40, and then half.
Or no, it was 20. It was 20
if you
fire
save.
damage. Yeah.
Okay, so
Half on the save.
Okay, and then plus it's fire, so it
Yeah.
takes a little bit more. The other guys,
I take 10.
you take 20, sir. I think.
No, I saved.
Yeah, so it would have been 40.
No, it
No,
was
it was
20.
20.
I
Wow.
rolled 20.
20. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I
Yeah.
misunderstood. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so that's different.
You're dead. Dead. Less dead.
I would have been very close to dead if it was 20.
Oy, 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 oy.
Just wait till when I do the next one.
You know, after what happened with Leslie, I'm beginning to wonder if we should declare you the designated team killer.
Yeah, you might after this.
Oh dear.
The one,
is losing control.
one next to Maddie is.
This is why I don't trust spellcasters. I
Fire
didn't
is
trust the
just
warlock last time.
Maddie is the one that you were swinging at. Looks slightly more damaged. The one.
Little
The
little
one
bits
next
of
to Simon
like
obviously
puddles,
took
I
some
imagine.
damage too.
Melt a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the ice is
Okay, good.
melting
Anything
out
else,
of it.
Simon?
Instead of a bloodied condition,
That was it for
it's
me.
a condition
Okay.
of puddles.
Understood. That's it for Simon. Pandora, you are up.
Well, I saw that little monk, that little
You
dude.
see these flames come shooting out.
Right, now there's a wall of fire. And that big guy's still there, so he wants to stay there. And then the little guy came out and tried to punch the storm again, so maybe this is a creature, so she will, out of curiosity, cast Hex on it as a bonus.
Okay, understood.
Okay. Then she's going to try the Eldritch Blast one more time.
Understood.
Clasp her hands together. Looks like the wave motion gun from the spaceship Yamoto. Nice. 19 rolls a 24.
A 24. You hit.
Yes.
And it is a creature of sorts. So yes, it is hexed, if you will.
Okay. So,
So if you do drop it to 0, you can move your hex.
5 damage.
What was that look for,
So,
Tom? I don't like it. I don't like that sideways glance.
so that's 5 force damage.
5 force, understood.
Oops. And that's not gonna count that. And that's plus 4 necrotic.
Plus, so 9.
That's from the hex.
Understood.
And then he's going to have disability on any con checks. He's going to disadvantage on any con checks.
Understood. Disadvantage on con checks. Understood.
That won't matter because he's dead.
Understood.
And she's going to go duck inside her corner again.
Okay, and she ducks back inside the corner. Pandora, that's great. Mattias, you are up. What are you doing?
So
You
Mattias,
are in
now-
flames. If you stay there, these flames are there.
Yeah, for now.
Okay, if you stay there, it's.
So
End
Matthias,
of turn or start of turn?
taking.
Oh, the start of the turn?
I don't know. I have to look.
Okay.
That's rather important to determine.
Doesn't say on the little card. You just keep going. I'll.
Yep.
I'll
So
look it up.
Matthias, sensing that this is a very bad place to be right now, says,
Tangri, if you're listening.
and he reaches over, grabs the stake, and tries to pull it back up.
Okay, roll a strength check, sir, as you reach down and just pull it up with advantage.
Anytime it enters or ends its turn.
Okay, so it hasn't entered.
Within 10 feet of the wall.
Okay. Understood.
Okay, so that is a 24.
A 24, you managed to pull it up. What are you doing with it?
Matthias will then wind up and then swing it to try and knock both of the winds in front of him into the flames.
Ooh, okay, interesting. Roll a straight up strength versus their strength or athletics. Sound good? Kind of like a shove action, if you will.
So just my strength? Not my athletics?
It could be athletics, I guess.
I'm gonna go athletics.
Sure. Okay, versus theirs. They've got that. So one's got a 19 and one's got a
I'm gonna spend the thing.
15.
And with my bonus, that is a 23.
A 23, the two of them go tumbling into the flames. I can't really, there you go, close enough. They fall down into the flames and, okay, very cool.
And then Matthias, still holding the stake, will leap over the side of the palisade to get away.
Okay, and that's, give me an acrobatics check here.
That's good.
Yeah. Things aren't going to get better next turn, man.
I know.
Yeah, just kill the monster. Kill the wizard.
That's acrobatics, is it?
Yes, I did.
Well, that's 21.
A 21, you stumble on the ground, you're prone as you fall over the wall. Okay? But you are on the other side. Anything else? That should be about it, Matthias.
Yeah, so yeah, because I guess that would be my entire turn, yeah, because I don't really have anything I can attack right now, and that would count as well, I could run and try to attack that guy. Would that wouldn't have counted as an attack?
You did a lot in that turn. You're pretty much out.
Yeah, that would be a lot.
Okay. You're there. Okay, the party allies are up. Sigismund pulls himself away from the fire. He shoves his sword in the ground. He's like, oh, what the heck was that?
Poor guy.
Ice, now fire. And he's just pulling himself away. And he gets over toward the other side and he sees Balder attacking something and he just shoves his sword up into the back of whatever it is. And he does do a whopping 11 points of damage to the one there that you're working on, Balder, but it's still barely hanging on. Okay, that is the party allies. The opponents, this guy, what is he going to do? Okay, over here, well, this guy's down. So these guys are somewhere over here. You see, Pandora, like swirls approaching from your general direction. By this point,
The town is lost.
I'm going back to Nice.
These guys try and
really
scramble back up onto the wall and see if they have a chance in heck of doing it. They probably don't, but they're gonna try and climb up. They're no longer slowed, right? One of them manages to get up on the wall. He hurdles himself over the wall as well. The other one is he fails to get up on top of the wall. This one over here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The villager.
And they both would have taken the fire damage from the wall.
The way I understand it, the one who's still there would, right?
Yeah, ends his turn.
The one he does. He's striking away at Balder. Bad choice, but still the one he rolled. He swings away at Balder. And he's no longer slowed, correct?
Correct.
Okay, where is it here, Tom? A 24.
I'll activate shield.
And a 26. And a 20. So, shield, the shield goes up.
Blocks 2.
Yeah.
The shield goes up, and 2 of them are blocked, correct?
Yes.
Okay, understood. And then with the last one there, he does.
And he does 14 points of slashing and 14 points of cold damage. That guy got out. He's not going to do anything. He's just happy to be alive.
I know that feeling.
From way off in the distance there, Borin's abjure enemy, I think, is still going on, and he can't see because the distance is only 20 feet, and you guys can't see him either. Okay, this guy, the big guy, is up. What will the big guy do? Boy, he doesn't have a lot of options right now because he's. Oh, well, you just tossed a fireball at him, or the fire thing at him. He turns to you, and he just. It almost like you see this mound of snow and dirt come up from the ground, just as if something reached down and scooped up snow and ice into a huge, and it coalesces into a massive ball of earth and ice, and it comes back slightly, and then it goes hurtling towards you, knocking a microphone out of the sky.
If my eyes weren't rolled back and bleeding, I would have seen that. But
Unfortunately.
but unfortunately, that was not the case.
This is true.
Rest in peace, you're owning
I'm
us.
pretty darn sure what your AC. Yes, he hit you. It wouldn't matter anyway. It's way, way over. Okay, he hits you with it. Bam! And
Whole tower goes.
just this massive. If you glance up ever so briefly, and you see this. It looks like a snowball, but it's probably 8 feet wide, come hurtling towards you through the sky, and it slams into you, and you take nice low rolls for you.
It's now at halftime.
You take 23 points of bludgeoning damage, and roll a dex save, sir.
Yes, he manages to roll a dex save while his eyes are rolled up in the back of his head.
Fail. You are blasted out of the tower, and you go back.
No.
You are blasted out of the tower, and you go backwards about 60 feet. That's close enough.
Wow.
We'll put him there.
Put them back in your dice pouch.
Okay.
We might have to break more of these walls.
That is the opponent's. Well, actually, he's going to turn and move slightly out of the fire. He's stupid, but he's not that stupid. And at the top of the round, he turns and he continues his third round. He's just sucking all these people. And from what you glance, Pandora can glance in through the remnants of a door, and you can feel it trying to suck you in as well. Roll a dex save with advantage.
What's it? Dex. What? Oh, thank God. Yeah, it's a natural 20.
Natural 20. You manage. You feel yourself getting like sucked in, and you turn and you like stop it from like sucking you. Like
There's
hold on to the edge of the wall, but you glance in and you see all of these people getting sucked in, and at the same time, Borinth. It turns around and tries to suck up Borinth. Somebody roll me both a dex save.
Well, I ain't be responsible for that.
Huh?
I'm not responsible for that.
Okay, I'm going to roll it for a disadvantage on his dex save there. He's got a 4 plus whatever. Borinth suddenly gets like sucked up toward this giant creature.
I tried
and
to
he
save
just,
you.
You see his boulder, you glance up over there and you can barely see it in the reduced visibility. Borinth gets just like hurled up towards its mouth. Okay, that is the legendary actions. Mikolash, you are up. What are you doing?
Going from bad to worse here. Mikolash takes another one of those little moments of his, and he tries to advance to just looking out at the monster, and he sees Borinth getting sucked up. He thinks about how his hand couldn't do what it wanted to. He's about to just go for another melee. He kind of almost like skids in the snow, and then he thinks about Johan for a second, actually. That split moment where he was thinking about how he couldn't really understand Johan because of a gap in the language, but he told him to be a student on the path, and that path he was trying to think was to help his friends. He doesn't know how to help his friends, but his fists didn't do that. In the moment, all these things are racing, things are happening, it's so chaotic. He kind of channels his ki, puts his fist out and kind of clasps it, and he uses his ki to create a bit of darkness, 15-foot radius at the point of his head.
Nice.
Okay. Very, very cool.
And then he'll back up.
A little more.
Yeah, he'll back up to his previous spot.
Okay, understood. Anything else, Mikolash? Balder, you are up. You've got one right in front of you.
Yeah, I will continue to attack him.
You attack away. I don't know why he didn't attack. Or he did attack.
He did.
Okay, so he's facing you now. So you back to normal disadvantage.
We got 19.
19. You feel it connecting with the armor, but it doesn't seem to do any damage. What? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wrong guy. My bad.
about to say.
My bad. 19. It does. It does. My bad. My bad.
I was about to say.
I'm confusing my creatures here. It does connect.
All right, so we've got 17 regular damage
Oh!
and 4 fire.
The ice and shards explode as you cut into it. And
Bye-bye, villager.
yeah, and the villager. You take 8 points of slashing and 8 points of cold damage as this thing explodes in the remnants of it.
Ah, there you go. 8 damage, you said?
8 slashing, 8
Who
cold.
would have thought our total party kill would come from Boren's personal quest?
Balder hits the ground.
And he goes down.
Balder is down. Understood. Okay, that's
For
it
the
for Balder.
second time
Simon,
in
you are
his
up.
life.
Not literally, figuratively.
Simon stands up. Again, raises himself up, arms outstretched, head back. He breathes in. All the fire seems to race back into his body. And he just throws out a fireball.
Nice.
Somewhere?
Somewhere, anywhere.
Right on the guy where you
I
threw
would say
it.
I
Where
see
you
this
threw
guy
it.
and I center it
Do you,
on him.
Do you see him?
because-
Do you?
Really, right.
Maybe.
Bleeding the eyes.
Maybe.
Yeah, like
I don't think
red,
I'd throw
seeing red.
it all the way to the bed. The dude. I don't think I would do
Roll this
Yeah.
die
that. Okay.
and roll
Fireball's a
a
good spell right now.
d20, and that's how many hexes and where it goes.
Oh,
so you can
boy.
pick him if you want, but roll.
I can't really see him.
Okay.
I don't really know what's going
That's
on.
why it's a random die. Okay, so it goes. Actually, that's awesome. If you want it, it could go 1 hex that way.
Okay. There you go.
Is it very fair? It could end up
Sure.
20 hexes that way.
Sure.
Or right there on top
Yeah,
of all
yeah.
of that.
Sounds good.
You can take it or leave it. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I get it. The randomness makes sense. Does
Odd,
that make sense? The randomness
odd,
makes-
it stays where it is, even it goes on to him.
Sure.
Odd, it stays where it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So off of him.
I mean, it's still
18.
touching him,
Do
but
you want me to roll a dex save for that? Am I
It
in
might
that
be on.
range?
It might be on. I have no idea what's where.
Well, you're not underneath it, are you?
I am right there.
I think
yeah.
I can't
I think
tell.
you're right on the edge.
he's
Yeah.
right on the edge.
Yeah, roll a dex save. Lawrence is going to roll a dex save too.
Ooh, 16 plus 8.
You do save. Evasion, you, of course.
Just 25 fire damage to anybody that's in it.
25 and Borinth.
17 on a DC to save.
Borinth. Actually, he only had to roll 1 die, right?
Yeah.
Borinth saves. How many points does he take?
Did I say 24?
27?
Did you say 20? You said 25 normally.
25,
Yeah,
7.
25 normal and
Okay.
then
And then
half first save.
Yeah.
Okay, and so 25, and the big guy, he's got to make his save, and what was the DC?
17.
17, he did not save.
Good.
You said 25, was it?
Yeah.
What was-
good. Fire damage too.
There's one more spell slot. See what spell slots I can use next turn.
Okay, understood. Anything else, Simon? That's pretty effective, though.
Yeah.
I thought it kind of. I'm just trying to like burn from highest to lowest in my insanity. I'll just kind of grab my head and kind of like crumple to the ground.
Okay, understood. Understood. That's Simon. Pandora, you are up.
There's fire to the left of me.
All
There's
this is gone.
right.
It's
Oh,
all
okay.
that.
So the
It's
fire.
all-
Oh, the
The fire suddenly.
But now there's ice coming from this other side.
All sucked in, and then there's a big blast of fire right in front of your face, basically.
Right. But that's now gone.
And that's gone also.
Swirls right behind
Right.
you.
The swirls right behind me are
Yeah.
worrying me. I can't quite see me, and I can't quite reach me. But
You're just right in here.
right.
Yeah.
With exactly. Will 30 get me across the way?
I'm pretty sure you could also dash if you wanted.
No, not dash.
Okay.
I want to do something.
Because that jerk's getting a parting shot.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 would put you right back here.
Oh, put me behind the little palisade then.
Five,
That little
10,
stockade.
15, Yep, you're right. You could be behind there.
All right, good. And she's
Somewhere
just
back
gonna.
there. I don't know what's back there.
So she runs. So she sees stuff, behind her in the alleyway. This has not been safe. There has been fire, and then more fire, and then this storm, and then there's darkness around the storm. This is no longer a good safe place to be. So she's gonna dash behind that little piece of fence that's left, and sees the carnage that's behind that, and just gonna take a parting shot at the big dude again.
Okay.
An Eldritch Blast. And that is a natural 1
A natural 1 full of
to make up for the natural 20 before.
Happens to
And
the best of us.
All things with balance.
oh, good, no
How
damage.
tangrest of us.
I hit my head.
Your hand goes
I
up,
hit my head.
and in the panic of slipping
ran
and
into the
sliding,
palisade.
I ran into the.
you turn and your hand is behind you as you blast it, and you just feel the singe go across your hair.
DC 10 con save. Too funny. So a DC 10 con save. What is my con save? It's not good yet. +1. Yeah, 18. Okay.
Okay.
Or she just actually makes the hand gesture wrong and it goes back.
So I'm not stunned. At the beginning of the successful. So it ends the effect.
It's one of
So
those guns that has the barrel going backwards.
I raced over. I slipped on a patch of ice that
it
was
looks normal.
melted and froze again, and then slammed my
barrel is
head
going back.
against the wooden partition. But luckily, I only rattled myself a little bit, but I'm okay. So I'm just back against the wall, panting.
Okay, understood.
What happened here?
That is Pandora. Mattias, you are up.
Matthias is face down in the snow. He pushes himself up, groaning. Looking around, he sees that the flames have died out. Hears the roar of the winds all around, and sees Balder unconscious in the gateway.
Yes.
Not this time.
Oh no.
He stumbles to his feet, grabs the spike, the wooden stake, and then charges at the two legionaries over just that way.
Okay.
Screaming at the top of his lungs.
Okay, treat it like a lance. Sure, why not? Is that why you were looking that up?
No.
Okay, go with it. Go with it. Sure, treat it like a lance. I'll go with it.
Okay, so that is also a +2 to hit then. So then that's a 5 plus
That's creative.
6 5 plus 6 plus 2.
Come on, make a big shish kebab out of him.
Oh man.
You are rolling with disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I need that.
Understood.
Okay, in that case, 5 plus 6 plus 2, that is a 26.
A 26, you slam home. Are they like in a line?
Yeah. They really are.
Just roll a second time. See if you got a chance of piercing the second one. You got through the first one. Just.
And that is another 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
It jams right through one of them, and it just sort of continues straight into the next one. Roll, I think I said 3d6 plus your strength bonus there, sir.
6 plus 5 plus 6. 17 plus. Do I
plus 5? I think.
Plus 5 plus, since we're treating as a lance, my lance
Okay.
bonus.
24.
So then, okay, so 6 plus 5 plus 6, that's 17 plus 5 is
22.
22.
Plus your 2 is 24.
Plus 1
Oh, I thought it was plus 2
is
on that.
23. Okay. 23, as Matias screaming, launches himself stake first into the two legionaries.
They each just burst into. One of them is right next to you, and it bursts right next to you into this explosion. I'll actually, because you're slightly away from it, give me a dex save for half damage, because you're slightly farther back with this lance. Otherwise,
That's a 14.
Okay, 14. No, 9 points of slashing and 8 points of cold damage as the two of them explode in front of you.
Matias, thoroughly trained. Tengri, have I done enough? If not, guide my brothers and sister for me, if you would. And protect the others. I'm not feeling so good right now. Laughing, that's never a good sign. He just falls to his knees there.
Okay, you're still conscious?
Yes.
Okay, understood.
He is thoroughly bloodied and probably has several spikes of ice sticking out of him.
Sigismund gets up and he's like, he crawls toward where.
And Soundor's like, how are you not
he
dead?
crawls over toward Balder rather. Balder, no, you're not going down here. And he sits there and he does a medicine check on you, and you are at 0, sir. Huh? He binds you.
You're stabilized.
You're stabilized. No death
Does that make
throws.
sense? You are stabilized.
You're not dead.
No saving throws.
And he's like, wake, Balder, wake, no! And that is the party allies. The opponents. This guy, he turns and he starts going in this direction, and you guys lose sight of him. Pandora, you see these wisps turn and start to move away. Up here, you hear, who's over there? Borinth is not there. Mattias is over there. Simon, some of you all hear in the very, very far distance. In the very, very far, because nobody's close. Sigismund might hear it. Balder, in your stupor, barely being awake, you might hear.
No! I will never serve Drusus. I have my mind for now. My body will never give in. Champions, kill the Romans. Protect the village. I will free myself. But come find me. We can finish this. May Woden guide you through the darkness.
And the beast tramples up. You feel the wind, Pandora, just passing by you as the beast sort of starts just rambling out of the city. Simon, you can't see that distance, but you can see that something is swirling past your right side and moving off toward the north. And that is the opponents at this point. Mikolash, you are up. What are you doing?
I will, from the edge, jump out to the edge. I wouldn't have sight lines on these guys, right?
I'm sorry?
I wouldn't have sight of these guys from.
Now you would, because now this seems to be dissipating. It's still about now. Visibility slowly starts to increase in this area as it starts to move. As this starts to move away. Does that make sense?
Yeah. If I get my visibility back and I see Balder on the
yes,
ground,
I'm gonna say sure.
Okay, then I'd run to him. So 5, 10, 15, 20,
You got like 55. You're gonna make it.
I just like to do it every time.
Oh, okay. I don't think you're gonna cheat the system.
I will give Balder a potion of healing.
Ooh, thank you.
Like, can I feed it to him? How does that work?
Sure, you just shove it in his mouth.
Yeah.
I won't resist.
You violate his personal boundaries and
Yes.
shove it in his mouth and force him to drink it.
I got it.
Yeah, lots of d4s.
I don't carry that with me.
You want to roll like all of them at the same time?
You just need
Just
two.
Oh, okay.
Just 2. 3 plus 4. Woo-hoo.
5
Plus 2.
plus 2, yes. There you go.
5.
A little bit. Let me get one of those back.
Alright,
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Anything else? Mikolash.
I can't see Marias from the side, and I don't see any other enemies around me, right?
No, not at the moment.
Oh, just look around and just kind of like gauging the area, kind of like trying to protect around Balder.
Okay, you're scanning the area. It's like chaos in the village right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's villagers who've been hunkering down, who are coming out and with their staves and their pitchforks, running about.
I don't see any enemies. Oh, are you down in front of us?
No.
Oh, you're.
No,
okay.
she is not down. She hid over there,
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call it.
Is that villager still alive?
Which villager?
The one right next to them.
I don't think he got attacked.
He was in the vicinity of the explosion.
Which? Oh, that explosion over there. Let me see.
When the
Ice guy died,
Legion guy died.
Yeah. No, he's still up.
Oh.
He's the older guardian of the town that you met when you first got there.
All right.
Okay.
Wow, somebody we met who didn't die.
Sigismund's not dead yet.
Well,
I'm not dead yet.
You mean someone not named who didn't die?
If I don't see any.
Well, he had a name. I just can't remember it.
If I don't see anyone else, I'll just start calling out, Matthias, Simon, champions, where are you?
Matthias. Does Matthias
Sorry,
hear?
I meant to give you that to you for
Should I do
before.
a?
That's all right.
Can Matthias hear that?
Roll
You're
a
like-
perception check
you're
with
like
advantage.
20
You're
feet.
like
Yeah,
you're just a few feet
25
away
feet.
with advantage. Sure.
But I just don't know if the wind is still howling.
There's still wind howling. You hear it in the background, but roll.
Okay,
Roll.
then, yeah, that is with perception. That's an 18.
18. Okay, you hear something faint. You hear your name. It might be. You think for a moment, is that Tangri talking to me?
Matthias says, "No, when have I ever been that lucky?" Struggling to his feet, he reaches down, takes the stake under his arm, and just drags it behind him as he heads back towards the gate.
Okay, understood.
Still bloodied and battered.
Mikolash, anything else? You hear him mumbling.
Yeah. If I
So
hear
the
him
first
mumbling,
thing
I'm
you
okay.
will see if Matthias is this battered, bloody man, cradling with his helmet stuck on the blunt end of a wooden stake that he's dragging through, even as he's covered in blood and has small spikes of ice sticking out in weird places.
It hasn't been a good couple days for
No.
These
This
are
is
the worst
a-
days for Matt.
This is a terrible town to have stopped into, in my opinion. And I wouldn't vacation here. If given an option, I would choose one of this last, basically. All right, that's my turn.
Okay, that is
You
Mikolash
can see
Balder.
what
You
your
are
looks
up
like
and you are
there.
conscious. What are you doing?
I will stand up. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go check on Matthias. He
Okay.
doesn't look too good.
Balder, you're alive.
What happened?
Good. You're alive. I was worried for a moment.
I did see. I did see it leave, right? You said I was conscious. When
You
that
saw something. It's hard to make out. It's just a swirl to you. It's just this massive wind and snow.
Yeah.
But you did see it start to depart in and out of consciousness.
So I'm just gonna stay. I'm just gonna stay on task, and we have to regroup. We have to go after Bourne.
Borneth is lost.
Right. That's. Yes, of course, that's. You see Matias
Kind of shake you in your armor. Stay with me, man.
Sometimes I wonder. Has Tengri blessed us or declared that we are to be the bearers of the world's misfortunes? Oh, yes, I suppose. We must make haste, mustn't we? Just tries to stand up straight, but he's just kind of, he's visibly limping.
Pretty much.
You think you see blood dripping down from past his hairline.
And I will kind of summon. I will summon my eyeball.
Gross.
Odin Verdin Deek Highland, and his eyeball will just kind of appear in my hand, and I'll put it to you and heal you for 1d4.
You want more force?
I'm not prepared.
How many?
Just one. Why you give me so many?
I don't know. It should be more than
It's
one.
nice
at
to have
level
options.
12.
It's nice to have
4
options.
plus 8. Wow.
See, the
You
green
could
one's
use
good.
that.
The green one's good. Yeah, you should.
Okay, so
you should
now we're
bait
up to
that on
13
all.
hit
That's
points out of 125. Okay, so now up to 13 hit points out of 125.
And then I guess I'm gonna go see who I can help in
Right.
the town. I'm sure
Thanks.
there's all kinds of damage going on. So
Okay, we'll just continue where this is going for right now. It sounds like it's winding down. But Simon, where are you? What are you doing?
I'll kind of stumble up to my feet and kind of wander 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I kind of see that villager on the wall.
He's
My eyes roll
not. He's
back.
like.
Prodesia! Scorching ray shoots out from
Oh my god.
Is that with disadvantage because the guy was hiding behind the wall?
So that's 3.
No, I don't think he's. I think he's gonna get a save. Or no, not
Well, no,
a save.
it's a hit.
Yeah, it's a way
to hit. So
yeah, so
three bolts of fire, motes of fire come shooting out from me. I think 2 are gonna hit a
what's
a 19, a 20, and an 11.
okay? So I'm gonna say he's got. He was probably with 12 with a plus 5 for cover, so a 17. So what'd you say?
2 hit.
2 hit. Okay.
5. He takes 15 points of fire damage.
And he falls over backwards.
and that's about it for me. I'm
Okay,
just kind
that
of
is Simon.
mad and ravenous out in the snow.
Pandora, you are up. What are you doing?
What an introduction to the group.
She sees the villager just fall. Is he dead? The villager?
Are you running over there?
I'm not entirely sure.
there's enemies at the gate.
There's. You guys look. So who's around? There's.
Well, Matias and Baldur are probably
Sigismund
inside
is-
the gate now.
Right. So
Sigismund, there's that.
Sigismund is
the
on the ground with
legless
legless.
knight. There's Mikolash.
Mikolash.
Matias, who's still
And there's
dragging that stake behind him.
Yeah.
You're here, right?
No, Baldur and I are inside the gate now.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I think
Oh,
everybody
okay,
except
all right.
me
So I
is
can-
inside.
Combat is now pretty much over, so
Okay.
really the
Well, I don't know. I was
Not
letting
if
you
I
guys.
have anything
It's
to
not
say
over
about
yet.
it.
Yeah,
It's not
apparently.
over yet.
I was letting you guys decide.
Right,
It's
right.
not over yet. This guy, we got a walking fire machine right
Although
now.
we're probably both over here.
You think that's what we
I think that guy's name was Berchtold.
Berchtold?
I would,
guard.
yeah, I would say we're at the gate, and that blast of fire got my attention.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the point we're at.
Right. Okay. So the blast of fire. I'm just going to ignore the blast of fire because there's just so much more fire and ice everywhere else that has been. Maybe it's just a parting shot from somebody. You gentlemen look capable, more so than these townspeople who obviously need help. I'm Pandora, by the way. We'll catch your name, but we need to help the townspeople.
We need to help ourselves first. We'll help ourselves, then we'll help the town. I need to find our people.
Help yourselves to what exactly?
Matthias is
We are
just
stronger in a
visibly
group
wobbling.
than these townspeople. They offer no aid. I must find Borinth and Simon.
Isn't Barnth that big guy that yelled that he was Barnth and was going after the creature? Yeah, he's right there.
No,
Did he
he-
get
no,
sucked up?
he got sucked up.
Sorry.
You're good, you're good.
I'll kind of point to a bunch of the villagers and I'll say, go with her. Get as many of the wounded to the center of the square as you can, and we'll take care of it from there.
Yes, Baldur. And the villagers were fighting. I just wasn't going to delay
you had mentioned
things.
Pitchfork.
You know, they were just obviously they're
one
not
damage
as,
here and there.
as capable as you guys are. They're just the impact upon the battle was minimal.
Yeah.
So they're running around, negligible.
Everybody
so they're
not
running
wounded,
around,
go home.
gathering up the wounded.
We are.
They see many of them see the devastation of what was the Wotansklaga Tavern. Just looks like it had been somebody had taken a vacuum cleaner and sucked the insides right out of it. Mattias, you are up. What are you doing?
Matthias looks at Pandora and says, normally I would be much too honor-bound by my oaths to ever consider saying such things as this. But please kindly go jump in a ditch while I try not to bleed out.
She's seen battles before. She understands. She did.
All right, bro.
Yep, she understands.
Go to the center of the square.
She goes over and she pats you on the head.
Matthias is taller than her. Significantly taller. And he just looks unimpressed. He just looks like,
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Okay, that's Mattias. The party ally, Sigismund, like...
Baldur, how good are you at whittling?
I'll just pull one of the ice spikes out of you. Suck it up, Matthias. Come on.
No, not
There's
that.
work to be done.
Not that. I'm asking for an actual reason. Ow.
You can just pull them out. I don't have to carve them out.
That's not what I was asking about. You overgrown giant of a Northman.
Meanwhile, like I've got like broken limbs. I've been thrown 100 feet.
I was asking about the steak. But that can wait, I guess.
You don't want to help the townspeople.
Yes.
But you're worried about the stick.
No, I want to... It has served me true this battle, and it deserves to become a true weapon.
I will fix your stick for you.
I'm never getting rid of the stick.
I don't
My feet right now.
I don't know him very well, but is he overcompensating for something?
He is missing something right now.
God, understood.
But I'm worried about Simon.
He is a fan of lances.
You're worried about whom?
Simon.
You should see him right.
I just killed a man.
Where is that
who and what?
scholar? Where
Simon
is
was
that
the wizard.
scholar anyway? I have to give him a piece of my mind for making the fire go away and come back way too loud. Oh. And burning me.
Take a seat, I think. Maybe take a seat.
Yes, I feel that might be a good...
Oh
my. And Matthias just he collapses.
I'll try to like keep the lance
My,
under your arm. I'll try to
the,
like hoist the lantern restrainedly.
the sky is quite a strange color.
Well, Pandora can't help here, so I will be right back. She's going to go into the ruins of the tavern,
Okay.
into the basement.
You go looking for a basement.
Go looking for a basement. I'm looking for the ale.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, we'll come back to you.
Yeah.
The party allies, Sigismund is over there by Baldur and Matthias and Mikolash and Berchtold, and he says, thank you. You fought admirably. I am stunned that you're still alive and you still have your legs. Look what happened to me. Yes, I'm surprised I didn't lose something else.
I could say the same about you. You fought amazing with no legs.
Thank you. I mean, Simon, I had much.
You enjoyed the toss into the air?
Not really, but it was glorious. For a moment, I thought that your friend Simon had cast fly upon me again, and that I was flying. And then I realized I had no control over where I was going, and I realized this is not going to end well.
Yeah, he's a little more magic than I am.
Yeah, that was analog fly.
But I appreciate it, yes, and I tried to dig my sword into whatever was there, and it just sort of slid down the side of it. I don't know what it was, but thank you for trying. Thank you for trying. Simon, I get the impression we're kind of out of combat unless you're doing something.
I think I'm still kind of.
You're kind of.
I am mad. In the head.
Yeah.
I'm still wandering. I'd say probably like out here. And I see that guy on top of the tower, and I shoot magic missile at him.
Okay, understood. You shoot a magic missile at him.
Providentia!
While he does that, the snow seems to move off. The snow and the wind. The dawn is rising. At the same time, you can see it's got that gray morning hue to it that's sometime between the beginning of morning nautical twilight and when the sun crests the hills in the distance. So it's that grayish hue before the day. Above it, you can start to see the remnants of stars appearing in the sky as the snow just sort of moves off to the north. And it doesn't like instantaneously disappear, but you could tell because you've been through this, maybe not you, but the rest of you have been through this before, that whatever it is moving away at this time. Although this time, the last time you saw this, it kind of dissipated on its own because you had annihilated the enemy, but this time it's almost as though it's moving slowly off to the north. You fire away at him, and obviously a magic missile hits. How much damage do you do?
12 points.
12 points. Ah! He's still up, but he ducks down.
Yeah,
He's down.
by the wall. Yeah.
All of these guys see this, and they all duck down when they see
the safe
it.
side.
And they're like, something's shooting. Close the gates. Somebody's shooting at us. And Sigismund's like, what? The wind never fired missiles at us before. Just cold and ice and trees. What's going on here?
Once more into the breach. And Matthias uses the stake as a crutch to stand on.
Mikolash, what are you doing?
Do I still have dim light from this area?
No, it's rapidly dissipating.
Okay. You say rapidly, so it's not dim light anymore.
It's like dawn. It's like dawning.
It's dawn. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not dim light anymore.
Okay, thank you. I want to use my movement 5. I want to get up to Zyman, and I want to kind of try to like
Stunning strike.
I want to.
That's not a bad idea.
I want to try to. Yeah, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, you still don't know that I was the person that did it.
I have an idea that there's no other mages, though. And I can judge from the direction. And I was pretty much there.
Yeah, you were right
and that guy's right there. I have an idea.
Who else would have done that?
I'm going to use my whole movement. I'm going to try to tackle you.
Somebody put the camera on the two of them.
I want to tackle you to the ground. If I can.
Okay, understood. Roll a, you're gonna use a athletics or acrobatics check.
Yeah, acrobatics.
No, it's on.
Zyman, get a hold of yourself.
I rolled a 3. With my bonus.
14 plus.
14.
In the world.
How do you do it? Describe what you do.
Running full speed, I want to kind of like take my last step where my right hand is on his left side, and I want to try to grab the cape and kind of like spin him around so I can like grab him from behind, holding around his chest from behind, and like bring him to the ground if I can, like legs out so he can't really look. The best I can describe it is like we kind of swing, and I like end up getting him like facing like this with my legs behind him, so you can't really get
Okay,
me.
he's got you and he's taking you down. Just roll another acrobatics or athletics check with advantage to get him the way you want him.
Yeah, I basically want him like my arms around his chest and his chest facing away from people.
Understood.
2 plus 8.
Okay,
10.
so you go running at him, and this plan develops in your head, and you're like, you see the cape swirling, and you're like, yes, I'm gonna grab it, and you grab it, and you start to slip and fall, and instead you wrap around him, and you grab him, and you tumble down, and he's laying on top of you, right, and you've got his arms right over here, and it's a very awkward position with his legs flailing up in the air, and you're right underneath him at the moment.
Simon, it's me. Stop. That's all I get.
Did you see the angels? Did you see them? They were here.
Simon, stop.
They were all over.
Stop. We need to find Borinth. Stop.
Trash. Try to break free.
Roll a athletics or acrobatics check.
Am I on top of him? Do I see his
You are
eyes?
right underneath him at the moment.
But I didn't.
13.
Okay, I would have caught his eyes while I was running.
Yeah. Roll a to oppose his athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay. Does a 20 work?
Yeah.
Yes, you've got him. You're holding him stiff there.
I saw heaven. It was here.
Simon, what are you saying? What happened to you?
Let me go!
No.
Let me go!
No.
He just kind of like starts rocking, and like his eyes roll back in his head again. Kind of goes a little limp.
Okay.
You're not struggling?
I have stopped struggling. I see him in a daze.
I'm just gonna
at this point
keep him down. I'm just gonna, Simon, relax. Relax, Simon. It's me. You're okay. You're okay.
It all must be burned.
You're okay. No more.
It all will burn.
No more, Simon. Please.
Oh no.
Please.
No. No. Let me go.
Simon, no. Borinth is gone. We must find Borinth. Remember Borinth. Remember the champions. Simon. Remember.
I'll just pass out.
All right.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna run over to those two.
I know what you're doing. Okay, you run over to which two? Those two. You run out through the gate. You see what they described. The snow has moved off. You can see it off in the distance in the rolling hills. You can see like this cluster, almost like a couple clusters came together, and then like one smaller one is slightly set back, and the other one is just slowly moving off to the north. And you're with them. The ground where there was snow, it wasn't deep snow. It was just like constant dusting, and it just turns, it melts, and it turns to like mud there. You're the two of you rolling around. Just you're if you weren't already, you're getting soiled from the damp mud. It's not like you're in mud wrestling, but it's wet ground. Matthias, what are you doing?
Matthias is just kind of done with whatever's going outside of the walls. Having stood up, he leans the stake against the palisade, and to nobody in particular says, "This one is mine." Before walking off to try and help looking for survivors.
Okay. You're rummaging through the inn. It looks, as best I could describe it, as a house in the Midwest that was hit by a tornado. Except that the stone walls are still standing. You rummage around. You go back to what you think was the remnants of a bar. The balcony that was up ahead is just splintered and hanging down where there is anything left of it. Occasionally you see the remnants part of a body here and there, but most of the bodies from the tavern that you were in literally 20, 30 seconds ago are gone at this point. You do a quick look around. Roll me an investigation check with disadvantage.
This will be fun. Oh, That's a 14.
A 14. You
Oh,
managed,
sorry, 12. 12.
A 12. You managed to find what looks like a keg, and then you pick it up, and you realize that the bottom just wasn't attached, and it just splashes out onto the ground. What was left in it there, and it's just you have the and you're like,
Goldschlager.
You're right.
The Goldschlager.
Oh, where's the rum gone? Where's the rum gone?
No. Not the JD.
What else are you doing?
Oh, there goes that idea. I just needed a drink. All right, nobody left here.
I mean, you could probably lick it off the ground.
Right, yeah, just like, no, I've got better taste than that.
Not much better, but better.
That's true.
Better is a relative term.
So I'll go back out with the rest and try to
Okay, you
try
go
to help
back
the wounded as best
outside.
I can.
The sun continues to try and come up. What are you guys doing?
I kind of want to. I'm a bit invested in this. Simon, eyes bleeding, looks like he's hemorrhaging, kind of thing. I want to do my best to help Simon any way I could with little.
Yeah, I'll help him carry him in.
Yeah.
We'll bring him back to town.
Matthias is still helping look around for wounded and survivors.
You manage to find a few, and you gather them together, and you bring some back to consciousness, and you gather them in, for want of a better word, the town square. People come. You're surprised at how many villagers. I mean, the town is much huger than what you see. This portion of it that you see. People come out of the woodwork to try and help. They're picking up people, and they seem to be following your guidance, trying to lay out those. And they find another area to lay out those that have clearly didn't survive. They're not as many as you might think. There's only you only find 9 people who perished throughout the entire thing. The rest, surprisingly, I mean,
barring the ones who disappeared.
Barring the ones who disappeared.
We found 9.
Right, yeah, exactly.
100 are in there.
Pandora's going to be helping you with the wounded. She'll be doing medicine checks on them. As well.
And the two of you
is probably channeling some of his experience from back when he was in Carpathia. Well, during that time when he was not with the party.
Okay, you're binding those that need binding. You're helping with it. It seems to be
chopping
going
off limbs to prevent infection. Nothing else. Just remove it.
No, I don't. I mean, that's a very funny image. Like, there's a splinter. Amputate. But no, that's probably an exaggeration. Because I mean, he was fighting in a civil war. Taking into account, because.
Gotcha. So he's got a little experience doing it. I got you.
Yeah.
Mikolash.
Hungary is in a bit of a succession crisis at the moment. Just a small civil war over who is the rightful king.
Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Well, I mean, by European standards, it's not a big deal.
Happens all the time.
For Matthias' standards, it's pretty big. But.
The snow continues to move off further north. The sun crests the horizon in the distance, and it's that warm morning glow. The sky is clear overhead now, and the stars that were there start to disappear. Any sliver of a moon that was there gets blinded by the blue sky that slowly starts to rise. We are completely out of combat unless you're doing something.
Well, I just want to... Mikolash, what happened over here? What was Simon doing?
Shooting spells were every good. He spoke of angels?
I saw you two fighting. And he blew that guy up.
I tried to stop. I couldn't think of anything else to do. He was mad.
Okay, I'm gonna... And no visible wounds on him from being attacked or anything?
On Simon?
Well, just from getting thrown 60
feet. Yeah, bleeding the ears.
Does he appear pretty stable?
Ears
like,
bleeding,
physically?
eyes bleeding.
If you wipe out the blood. You described it, you said your eyes were bleeding?
Yeah, like from the,
every opening, every orifice, basically. Orifices. Yeah. Okay. Nose, mouth, ears, eyes.
So like a light blood, like stigmata kind of thing.
All right, then maybe we should just secure him inside one of these buildings here for now. I don't know what happened to him. I mean,
someone should probably be near him. Whatever he did in his last moments, he was shooting at anyone he saw.
So we'll bring him. Is the one inn still intact? That was over there?
I think those were just houses.
These were houses. There was one inn here. You searched the rest of the town. There's another inn in town.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll just, whatever indoor shelter people are taking.
Oh, yeah, there's people open up their doors to let people in.
Yeah, so I'll kind of find like a quiet room in one of the first houses.
Okay.
With Mikolash, and I'll tie him up and secure him to like something in the room.
You want to tie him up?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on right now. I can't.
These are very humble
Can't
people.
trust
There's no fancy.
All I know is he killed 3 villagers and then tried to wrestle with you and wouldn't listen to you.
This is a good point.
So I'm gonna secure him as best I can.
If Matthias could hear all this, he'd be saying, "Mages. This world has too many mages."
So yeah, I'll secure him as best I can. I'll leave Mikolash to it if he wants to stay there and watch him.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna head back out to the middle and start doing what I can for any of the villagers out here.
Okay, understood.
Let me know if he wakes up.
Wait, Radius,
Did you say
that out loud?
The houses.
That's if he had heard.
Oh, gotcha.
If he had heard that entire exchange and knew what had happened.
Right.
And probably after he finds out what happened.
You find a house, and they're very, very humble houses. They don't have multiple rooms. Oftentimes, they're just large open spaces with a loft where people sleep inside. It's a very humble town with humble people who don't have a lot of. They're not poor. It's just not a large, well-to-do city. You find one, and there's a bench inside, just a regular, almost like a log cut in half with wooden legs that kind of come out on either side, and you manage to lay him down on it and just literally wrap a rope around him, and you've got
just
him
a whole bunch of time.
Just tied to a.
I guess I'll head out and look for Pandora.
Okay.
She was another magic being. Maybe she can help.
At some point, you see Matthias and the person who briefly spoke with you in the plaza. You describe what you look like, please.
Oh, I forget sometimes. So Pandora is of average build. She's average height, like 5'5" or so. She's got dark hair that's short. It's tied into 2 ponytails low on her neck, so that her hair stays put. She's very well put together. That's the first thing you notice. This is a humble town. She's overdressed.
Yes.
So
Gotcha.
She's got very pale skin. She has a beauty mark on her left cheekbone near her eye. She wears a coat dress of purple paisley. She has a high-low skirt, which means it's very low in the hem in the back, and it comes up high in the front. She wears black skin-tight leggings and then black knee-high boots. And then she has a belt around her coat dress, and there are 4 feathers on her belt. There are 2 gold and 2 black. And then there's 1 pouch on her left, and then she has a sword and a whip on her left.
Ooh, whip.
Okay. Roll a deception check, please.
Okay.
She lied.
That's not what she looks like. She's actually
Dirty
an
20.
insect person.
Okay.
She's a bug from Starship Troopers.
She is very earnest. She is very helpful. She asks a lot of questions.
Gotcha.
So she's asking everybody, all the villagers, about their lives and stuff. But she's very personable, very flamboyant out there.
All right.
And meanwhile, Matthias
So you do find her.
half his face caked in blood.
I'm kind of hard to miss. A big purple paisley coat amongst all the winter.
It was Pandora, right?
Mm-hmm.
You seem to know a little bit about magic. I saw you over here. Would you be able to take a look at our friend Simon? I don't know what happened to him.
I can certainly try. I do know some magic. It's an ability that is. Yeah, yes, I can.
All right. I'll take her over to him. It's like I've never seen him act this way.
And Simon's like bleeding from the eyes and the ears. Did
Yeah.
you at least wash him up? She's like, takes her the pouch and she takes a cloth out of her pouch. She wets it with the snow and she washes the blood off his face. The hell of the people. Does a medicine check on him? He's stable. He's just passed out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, other than the fact that you guys didn't bother to clean him up, what am I checking for?
I don't know.
Something magic
Something-
that makes him bleed from
Yes.
the eyes and ears.
Something happened to him, and he started attacking the villagers. And the Zyman I know would never do that.
He was attacking villagers?
Yes.
Could he have used too much magic? Do you go crazy when you use too much magic? Is there a limit?
In my experience, my magic is different. But in my experience, I have other companions that have magic. But I've noticed each of us, our magic works differently. My magic is some magic is more unpredictable than others. But there may be something I can do to help. Maybe. Let me just think real quick. Okay. She's gonna sit down and she's gonna. We're out of combat. Why not? I'm not gonna. He doesn't look. He looks like we have 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes.
What are you going to do exactly?
I have a friend that I can call on, who can speak telepathically. So if we can find out from Zyman is his name correct?
Yes.
If my friend Papillon can find out what's wrong with Zyman, we can telepathically. So I just need 10 minutes to find him.
Okay.
So she sits down, cross-legged, hugs herself, and her eyes roll back into her head. She falls into a trance.
I guess while she does that for 10 minutes, I will kind of go through his belongings and look for
Roll the body.
Well, I want to look for that one book that he had because I'm kind of suspicious of that, and I just want to see if I can tell anything from the stuff he has.
Describe, please, what he might find.
I was in the tower. I had them both there. I don't know that I necessarily have either books on me. They might have been blown away.
True.
When
It was like
when I
60
was up
feet.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I can I can work with that. If you don't have them on you, I can try to go
I
find
mean,
them.
you've seen the book before. It
Yeah.
has a dark, black, leathery cover. It doesn't look too hospitable.
I guess
Nobody
I'm gonna
really
go...
likes when I take it out and
Get it
go
like
in a
a-
corner and look at it.
Get like a Necronomicon kind of
I
vibe
guess
from
I
this.
guess I would
Yeah,
find
okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
I guess I would find it even more strange if he doesn't have it, and I'm probably gonna go try to look for
I
it
give
then.
you inspiration. Like
Okay.
for that one.
It's a wide. The area outside is cleared of trees. It's wide open because it's meant to be defensively favorable to those inside. So you wander out into the field, and eventually you come across. You see a couple papers just kind of blowing, and you also see a book laying open that you've probably seen before.
Yeah, I've seen him
And
have it
just
before.
some kind of papers, almost like if you've ever dropped a piece of paper in a parking lot and you go chasing after your receipt or something to try and catch it, and
I'll get
and as
it
you go
out.
looking for it, a truck comes by and hits you and you die.
Chasing the paper.
Oh,
Here, wait, healing check.
You manage to go over to the pieces of paper. You take some, as you're running along, you step on it, trying to stop it from flying, and you reach down, you grab it, and you're like, oh, you won't like that. And you pick up the book.
I am a mage myself. I would not be so violent on those pages.
No, you gently stepped on them.
I am not born.
You're a dirty magician. You don't use books.
I
You
don't.
just use weird things.
I have a book. It teaches me how to make potions.
That's a different
As you're out there in the field,
But
off
not
in the
how
distance.
not how to shake the bag full of eyeballs.
Yeah. That I learned all by myself.
Off in the distance, as you're out there in the field searching, off in the distance, way off, you can see the remnants. Now that it's clear, this cloudless sky, the birds are actually flying outside. You can see this virga, this one solitary snowstorm moving off in the distance to the north.
Gotcha.
And you have the book, and you have any
Alright.
papers that were dropped.
Oh, yep. I'm just gonna bring it back.
Okay, you managed
I'm
to
pretty
pick him
sure
up
I'm
and bring him
close.
back.
I'm pretty sure even if I look at the pages, I can't read them, so I'm just gonna bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say
That's all
I don't
Latin,
know.
right?
Unless you
It's
speak.
all Latin?
I think it was all in like Gothic and.
Yeah, I definitely can't read it.
Something else.
Yeah, I don't recognize any of the characters. I'll just
Yeah,
can I read it?
I don't think you have a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
They
if
kinda
you
change
could
in
read the
front of you.
characters, if you could read the characters, you might be able to
I'll
read it
flip
because
it.
Gothic is Germanic. But
I'll flip through and look for any evil pictures. That's the one.
That's what he did.
I don't like the way this one looks.
Put this one to the back.
Okay, you managed to flip through, and nothing. I don't think anything would strike him.
No.
As
No, I'm not looking
as
for anything,
unusual or odd, so to speak. Okay. You managed to walk back toward the village. What are the rest of you doing? Things are very, very calm now. Things seem to be coming to order. Some people are looking around for you. You see a lot of people wandering the village, looking for loved ones. And now that things are settling down, and they're realizing that the loved ones are conspicuously missing, and there's quite a few. Not as many as you might suppose, but there are quite a few. Every once in a while, you'll come across some woman or man who's like, where's my husband? Is he in some of these houses? Where's my wife? That tramp. Yeah. And so forth. Thinking that they might be off hiding with somebody else, and when in reality, you probably know that that's not the case. What are you doing?
Nicholas, why am I tied up?
Relax, Simon. Relax.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Yes, ma'am, it has been.
Okay.
Latias is. You probably hear Latias outside leading some of the villagers in something resembling as generalized a prayer as he can manage, facing westward.
Okay.
Okay.
Westward would be this way.
Yes.
Okay.
Away from the sun, but not towards the north or south.
Okay. And you managed to find a spot in the town to look to the west. And what are you doing?
So suddenly, out of nowhere, poof, a little pseudo-dragon pops up on Pandora's shoulder.
Where are you when you're doing this?
I'm sitting
In the room?
in the room.
Okay. Because you would know that people are going to get freaked out by that.
Yeah. I'm springing up immediately.
Well, I figured I got 10
Like, we may have not done this, but the whole time you're like trancing, Mikolash is just staring.
But you would know that.
Like,
you would know
waiting
that. It
for
wouldn't be a
anything to
surprise.
happen.
You think I did it and just knocked me out again?
No, I warned you that I was going to call a friend.
Yeah, you said telepathically call a friend, not summon a friend. This is very new for Mikolash. All of this is new.
So,
Just today, no one rolled their eyes until just today. Didn't see any of that before.
hey, she put a lot of trust in you guys because she was in a trance for 10 minutes. So she figured that you would have, like, made
Mikolash does not have the same.
So a pseudo-dragon, poof, he's only about this big. No. This is Papillon. This is Papillon. This is Papillon.
That is the one you spoke with
This,
your
yeah,
mind.
Papillon. So, happy thoughts, Papillon. Happy thoughts. So you hear, you feel in your mind. You're seeing in your mind rainbows and bubbles. He's a pseudo-dragon. They're basically My Little Pony.
I don't like this. Make it stop. It's distracting me.
So
happy. It's interrupting my mind.
right. Okay. So Papillon pulls back a little bit on the rainbows and the bubbles, and he goes to like charging horses across the galloping meadow, and barbarians raging on.
I understand
horseback.
this more. This is more appealing
Okay.
to me.
Okay. And then so Papillon's good. We're good. Papillon, and then Papillon's. What sense does he get from you now? What pictures? And they are very simple pictures he can do.
Oh, I give pictures. What I'm thinking.
No,
or-
he can interpret your emotions
Oh.
or what you're thinking. He can interpret to me very simple pictures. So kind of like what would you be feeling after you get like the
Telepathic
barbarian?
charades.
Right, exactly.
It
The
would be
barbarians riding across the desert.
It would be like Borinth, and then it would be like themes of Christmas, and then and then it would be like planes stretching out from like mountaintops, just kind of looking out, seeing like horses galloping. It's like a weird mix. but that's what you described and put in my head, and that's what Mikolash kind of like gives out, like his experiences, what he's understood in his life based on those projections coming out. Yeah. So it's a big flash of a lot of things.
Okay, gotcha. So, all right, so...
Like generally intense, but also relaxed at the same time.
So you feel more at home, so you feel more relaxed with bit more chaos. And gotcha, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Flushed, but more eased. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try to see what Papillon sees. So just give me a second. Papillon, they tell me he's a little disturbed. So I apologize in advance, but just please gently let me know what you see. And again, Papillon can read everybody's mind and then communicate. And Papillon doesn't just communicate to me, he communicates to everybody in a 100-foot radius.
Oh, God.
But only if he wants to. That's why he's not like overwhelming everybody. Apparently, he's already overwhelmed enough.
Mm-hmm. This is very new, so.
So what?
So he reaches
Papillon thinks he's prepared. But go ahead, don't hold back.
Onslaught of images of kind of angels in the sky,
Angels, I see angels.
raining down,
And rain?
and utter chaos on the land.
Oh, you'd like that.
Am I getting this right now?
Moats.
No, I'm giving you just chaos.
Moats of fire, just kind of racing.
I'm giving you guys fire too, or Papillon is.
across the surface, just utter, like the end of civilization, the destruction of everything, the cleansing of the world.
What land is your friend from?
Spain. I wish I was there in person so I could actually say that in character.
So
it's hot there. It is hot in Spain.
Papillon liked the chaos part, so fed part of that to you, but then like peeled it back a little because he kind of felt that it might be going off the rails. But I do tell the rest of you, I describe the rest of you generally what Papillon is showing me, and there's just, he's not.
That's in his mind?
That's a taste of what is in his mind.
So while all that is going on, Matthias has probably finished leading the prayers by now and is looking around. Balder, Mikolash, where are you?
Where are you right now?
He's probably somewhere in the town square.
He's closer to the well, and we're in a house somewhere.
You do hear Mattias cry out to you.
Balder's just kind of running to the left, then running to the right.
Oh no!
Chasing
wait.
the sheet of paper.
Oh, he's out in the field.
That's right. That's
Mikolash and
oh, I forgot. You're outside.
He never came to get me.
I thought. Oh,
you were supposed to get me when he wakes
a window or just lean out of a broken wall. I don't know what the condition of this house is, but
it's good. It's in good condition.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, you lean out the door. There's no fancy windows. You lean out a door and you see Mattias wandering the streets aimlessly, and
call out, Matthias, come over here.
About time. I've been looking for you for the last 10 minutes. His armor now looks repaired because of the whole magic thing.
So angry.
Yeah. We're all trying our best, Matthias. Come.
Yes, and unfortunately, I found at least one corpse with that had wounds on it that were not caused by ice or fire.
Yes, we should handle that immediately. You may be able to help. Simon is not well. He's kind of like
well.
Mikolash kind of like looks at the distance, like thinks about what he saw. He's not well.
Should I get a little in the eye?
Wait, would I know what you meant by that?
At the Lomyai, it means ruin of winter. It is what
Yeah, I
I've
would know
named
that,
the
but-
lads that I'm going to carve from that stake.
Papillon is feeding you images of like rolling waves.
He's just getting
Because
bodies being like flayed.
Ah!
I wouldn't
like
He's like Punch and Judy puppet shows.
Mattias and Mikolash, hold for a second. Go ahead. What were you saying? I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh, I'm
so as
Papillon is trying to calm him
trying
and
to calm me down. You're just getting fed images of people being flayed, people on crosses, people being burned, people on racks, like all the worst things possible.
Papillon just like says, just like sends out images of like Punch and Judy, and honestly just nopes out. He disappears. That's more than he can handle.
Yeah, I'm getting big event horizon feelings for this
Yeah,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Migolash.
Do I need to get the steak?
Come, Simon.
Is a steak needed?
Your friend is very disturbed.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Do we need to organize an auto da fe?
This is too much. This is all crazy.
The cleansing is not done.
I'll go get the steak. We're organizing an auto da fe.
Let me go.
And he is like the star member.
Release me.
Okay, I'll organize the villagers
is
to start
over.
setting up
Let
the
me
pies
go.
so we can run this auto da fe.
I'm looking at his hands because that's where the destruction happens. My eyes. I'm not even paying attention.
I think Baldur might have been
I have to focus on this now.
You. Matthias points at
you can see my hands like
he looks
squirming,
visibly
but
more cleaned up
they're
now.
pretty
He's
tied,
still
and I
there.
can't.
Oh, good, because he looked pretty wrecked.
But you can tell he's taken a cloth to his face and he's cleaned away the blood, and his armor looks mysteriously pristine now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, even though it was punctured and battered and,
Oh.
and beaten before, it now looks just like it was never in battle at all. He says, "Who are you?"
I am Pandora's box.
You have a box?
No, my last name is Fox. His name is Pandora.
That is not a name I've ever heard. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Nice.
You're French.
No, I am not French. I am Nice. I am Niçois. If I am anything, I'm an Italian. I am not French.
Whatever. I have a Frenchman as a king. I don't
Insight
even
check.
know anymore. I have a Frenchman as a king.
Oh no,
I don't even know
out of character. Nice, the people of Nice never in the 14th century
yeah.
never considered themselves French. No. They spoke their own language. They were their own culture. They were not.
They're one of the lands doc.
Okay, we're getting off.
Sorry, geeked out a little.
Every session needs a history lesson.
I like it.
So Matthias just says, "What is going on here? Why is Simon tied up? Why is he muttering? Why did we bring in someone else who looks conspicuously out of place, besides me? And why is there a corpse out there that has magical wounds?"
Well, there were spirits of wind and such that spin around, and the wind.
No, not ice or fire.
Who could say?
Magic.
Who could say?
It's things happen. Things happen.
If there's one thing I have learned in the let's see, 4 years I've been traveling in this party with all of its changing rosters, Migolash. And Matthias takes a very firm grip of your shoulder, just squeezes a little. There is no such thing as coincidence.
Agreed.
Matthias, come on.
Oh, I love Migolash.
Calm down.
I am trying to explain to a family what happened to that guard.
Yes, unfortunately, something has taken control of Simon's mind.
Unfortunately.
I'll start getting the pyre ready. We're all hosting a burning.
We are trying.
Mages. I should have known mages.
We are trying
Every
to
time
cleanse.
I start to think comfortable, it's always mages. It was the warlock the first time. He started murdering people.
All right. You need to calm down.
He tried
This
to
is
murder
Simon-
us.
This is Simon we're talking about. We are trying to cleanse his mind, and Pandora is helping.
Thank you,
Matthias.
mate.
We've already lost Bourne. We cannot, at this juncture, risk losing another party member. How will we save Bourne if we lose another in our ranks?
And how can we trust one who has clearly decided that it is very reasonable to start going insane and blasting his own allies?
I don't think if the little
Does
little
none of his
creature
past
showed
actions
you
speak for
Little
him?
creature? What little creature?
a little creature on her shoulder.
Papillon left. He couldn't. The images coming from your friend were way more than my poor little pseudo dragon could handle. But before you go on about mages, has your friend ever before seen or spoken about angels and flayed people and oceans of blood and fire and the end of the world and total cataclysm?
Yeah, and worse stuff than that too.
No.
There's lots of worse stuff.
That sounds like the.
And that was the toned down version that Papillon gave us.
First off, my understanding of French is finicky, but I'm pretty sure that means something like flutter by or something. But never mind. That sounds like the favorite dream of the first warlock of that warlock that I had to kill because he decided to go crazy and blow things up. That no, or the one that was always wearing red makeup and horns. No, that's definitely sounds like something that he would have enjoyed. But no, that doesn't sound like Simon. No. The other mages.
As long as
it
we're on the
sounds
same
like it's
page.
something they would like.
So
probably.
We have to find him help.
I have heard of I've heard companions use something to remove a curse. Perhaps it's a curse. Does he have an object on him that he picked up during the battle? Perhaps that might be cursed.
Well, there's this book.
Didn't you roll the?
Well, I mean, he didn't. Pick
Well,
that
he's
up
a
during
magic
the
user, so he's gonna have.
Yeah.
He's had that for so long. I honestly wonder whether or not that would be the cause of
Yeah,
it.
but these pages are not part of this book. These pages were loose, and I have no idea what they say.
Is the writing the same?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Well,
Does it look the same?
No, my notes are most likely in Spanish. But I don't think anyone speaks Spanish except for me, so it doesn't really matter. It might as well be a foreign language.
Not unless
Well, they look
Latin
different.
includes
But they look
Spanish.
different.
And they look different than what's in the book, but they're notes about what I have found in the book.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I could probably tell that you were writing these, and these were from the book. Okay. I have no way to read it, though. Who knows translate text?
Well, if it's written in Spanish, if anybody knows Latin, you can figure out most of it.
Or Italian.
Sorry. Nishwa.
Apologies for my
It's close enough.
ill temper.
Only because they like the Italian Pope.
Apologies to my ill temper, lady. I have had a very, very poor few days. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Bathory Matias, or in the tongues of everyone who is not one of the civilized Hungarian people, Matias Bathory. I am a knight baron of the Kingdom of Hungary, a servant of His Royal Majesty Charles Robert.
You don't have to remember any of that except the first.
I have not remembered it all.
I'm Mikolash, if I didn't say so. I'm
You have,
Mikolash.
yes. I remember that.
Long story short.
Too late.
I'm getting flashbacks.
I like this one.
And I am not liking this.
Before you say anything else, she sidles up to you, just slinks right up to you, puts her arm around your shoulder. It's okay, Matthias. I'll remember. I promise. Turns on the charm.
I don't know whether to believe you or not, and that makes me severely
That's okay. You can do an
uncomfortable.
insight check if you like.
No, you can't.
You can
I don't know whether to believe you or not, and that makes me
You
severely
can
uncomfortable.
try.
Anyway.
But your friend, he is the more important one. So let's be a little less selfish. And she runs back to Mikolash. and she dotes over Simon.
Borinth, you obviously have rejoined
Balder.
Look of
Balder,
shock
rather.
on their
Balder.
Someone put Matthias in his place. My goodness.
How exactly was I... What?
I'm mopping Simon and cleaning up the rest of the blood.
Understood.
Selfish. I was being cautious.
Thank you.
There's another one there, too. What do you think?
Every time I encounter one of these people, I always feel uncomfortable or angry.
These people.
I think that's just your natural state of being.
Not usually. Before I left when I was living with my brothers and my sister, I wasn't like this.
These people, and he wonders why your friend is
You
upset.
blame the last 3 days for your attitude, but I don't know. It's been a while.
But she is giving me mage feelings, like the warlock the last time. The one who was trying to.
Have you thought that maybe you're just not as inclusive as you should be?
I'm beginning to
You
think
seem
that.
to be very aggressive to
Yes,
people with
very-
magic.
very-
And as one who
very
uses magic, I
judgmental.
kind of take an insult to that.
Considering the fact that two of the mages in our party have either murdered people, tried to murder people, or actively tried to tear apart the veil between this world and the eldritch beyond, plunging our world into a darkness from which we will never escape as our minds fail to comprehend that we are as ants trapped, crawling on the surface of a...
Magic is very unknown.
Agreed.
Sometimes bad things happen. I mean, how do you explain you blowing an entire town up with no magic?
How did you get clean? How did you get clean just now? She pauses from mopping poor Simon's brow. How did you?
I
get
was saying people who use magic exclusively, not tools that are magic.
Oh, so only when it's convenient for you is it okay?
I see where this is going.
Also, there's good magic.
I don't-
The things I do
I-
with these hands, I make magic.
I'm sure he does something that's useful.
For us.
But
I
I understand
match
match something happen if you read the wrong book.
It must be
That I
magic.
understand. But
what
if,
else could you call it? Seeing all these beasts fall in front of us. It must be magic. It must be.
Considering I impaled 3 of them, and I don't know where you are.
I was on the other side, setting it up. They probably were too busy making one strike. You missed all the many I do.
Oh no, I saw many blows. I saw that. I was on the other side of the alley. He was punching a storm. I never saw you at all. I saw a guy.
I was on the palisade.
I saw a man with no legs stab a storm. I didn't see you at all.
You like that guy.
Mop, 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 mop.
You like
mop,
that guy.
mop.
That guy's sick as man. He's crazy.
Let's reel it back in. Matthias, this is Simon we're talking about. I understand that some bad things have happened with magic in the past, but this is still Simon. His heart is in the right place, and he is one of our allies, and we need to help him.
Yes, I allowed.
We need to look past the magic.
I allowed my.
Something is going on with it.
Yes,
Prejudice. That's the word you're looking for.
I was going to say the fact that I have encountered not only those 2, but also several during the war, who have been extremely detrimental to my mental health. I apologize to you.
Apology accepted.
As long as you do not
with
start
conditions.
a conversation like this again.
I start a conversation. Next thing you're going to tell me your best friend is a mage.
I wasn't actually going to say anything of the sort. All I was going to say was that I'm trying to put this behind me because I really don't like the entire direction of.
No, because your
everything.
friend needs help.
Yes, he does.
We need to concentrate on Simon. Hi, Simon. I don't know if we have been properly introduced. I'm Pandora. I know you have other things on your mind, literally. But it'll be okay.
Why do I get the feeling my blood pressure is going to rise?
I love the mental image of Simon bound, laying, just looking up, just like with all of that in his head, just watching this all transpire. As like you're dabbing like the little pieces of blood.
As this black-haired woman comes over and says, "I don't think we've been properly."
Yeah.
Excellent. My blood pressure is going to rise. I can tell.
Things will look better tomorrow, I promise. We'll look better on this and laugh.
When all is cleansed, it will look.
You really, I wish you would stop saying stuff like that. It's very odd.
Fire is the only way.
No, we've had enough of that.
Burns down the whole town.
I mean,
Oh, wait. So she opens up her palm and she just snaps her fingers and there's a little firelight. There, fire. Just a little.
I suck the fire into my body. Oh no.
Yes, that was a very good move.
Was that? Did he do that?
Giving him the thing that he's asking for while in a delirious haze that is demonstrably homicide.
But
I'm gonna grab his hands
wait,
immediately.
but
By his wrist, I'm gonna try and grab him.
it's an illusion. I wanted to see his reaction. Oh, I'm sorry, he's beyond my help.
Like grabbing.
I'm struggling trying to break free, but I'm pretty weak. I can't
Yeah.
break free.
Well,
I was about to say I can punch him, but I can't do any damage. I remembered he's a wizard.
You might want to find a cleric.
Oh god, clerics don't exist.
Not
This
since-
whole world.
Not since Jonas left.
There was one cleric.
You might.
There was one cleric and he left. Oh God, what angry above, I miss Jonas.
You were leading prayers in
I'm
the
gonna
village.
Yes.
Do they have any sort of...
He has knows a healer.
Any
know if
sort
this town's
of
got
priest
anything.
here? Or
I can go look. I didn't see anyone in particular.
I
but
didn't...
I mean, there's
blue sky above, I miss Jonas. Ooh.
I hope he's
There's,
having fun with his cult.
there's Lady Conrat, but she's been known to do more harm than good.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
What do you want her to do?
What's the worst thing could happen?
Oh yeah.
You're really right.
We need a healer.
Suddenly he turns inside out.
We need a healer of the mind.
I wouldn't go to her.
Then why did you even bring her up?
You didn't say the mind. You said a healer. How was I supposed to know what you meant?
You look pretty bloody. I mean, it's not like you're in the bed.
I'm not.
Yeah, true.
You might actually want a healer.
True. Healer's good for
She
that.
has a habit of, she uses leeches and
Just
maggots
chumness.
and
She might be able to do this.
if somebody's unconscious, she'll try and bore a hole in their head.
I remember the leeches part.
Has that ever worked for her?
Oh, she's a barber. No, we don't want to go to the barber. No, no,
I
no.
remember that Jonas made the leeches work somehow, but I don't remember how.
I think Kartra got some leeches at one point.
The hole in the head.
Kartra,
The hole in the head was
yes.
him.
I don't know.
Yes, I miss Kartra too, damn it.
Okay.
I mean, that's
so
another good
what are we gonna do?
Another good spellcaster I forgot.
What's the plan? What are we gonna do? Borinth is gone. Zymon's mind is gone.
It's just the four of us, and I think we've proven that we are dysfunctional at the current moment. Incredibly and demonstrably
well,
dysfunctional.
although this town does offer some very little shelter, and there's no resources here for us to help your friend.
Yeah.
No.
So
We're gonna have to go north.
Furthermore, yes, Borinth is another friend that needs help. We don't know where he's going now, other than
Well, other than the fact that he was taken by the storm.
Matthias, what's the closest city north of here? Did we come from the north?
No, we came from the east and
Yeah,
south.
right. We came from the east, southeast. Yeah, that's
Would
right.
I have
Because we're
any
still heading.
comprehension?
I mean, we can ask people who live here. We can ask people who
Sure.
live here.
You ask some of the others who live here. We would probably have a better idea than Matthias. You ask
I
Sigismund.
mean, most of my knowledge is in the Balkans, taken into account.
Isn't Cologne? Mainz?
Oh,
Is that
Cologne. Well, no, Cologne would be further to the northwest, I think.
Northwest.
Yeah, because we're in Baden. I think that would be north or northwest. But I think there'll be a little ways to the north. I think because that's like halfway up Germany.
Sigismund is with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sigismund says, yes, I mean, there's villages all over the place, but if you're looking for a large city, I mean, Mainz is to the north of here, probably about a hard 16 hours ride, maybe a little, depending on the...
I mean, that we're gonna have to go for it.
Cologne is
We got
farther
the whole
north.
day.
That's a much bigger city.
if you
I mean, you continue a few weeks, maybe a week farther north of that. Eventually, you get up into the Low Countries and the Benelux, and eventually Amsterdam. But
And then from there, Frisia.
Isn't
heading to Benelux.
Munich
That sounds
not
cool.
far from here?
Munich
Well, it's
is
Friesland.
Would be a little bit further
southeast,
east, yeah.
Utrecht and that area.
It's pretty far from here, though. I mean, it's probably, I guess,
south.
At least, I'm just guessing, a good ride, maybe a week to get to Munich.
So what's the closest?
Yes, because that would be on the other side of Bavaria.
Well, it's
It's in the
Closest
middle
would
of
be where we
Bavaria.
came
yeah,
from, right?
southeast of here.
Because we weren't traveling that long before we got here.
That was somewhat of a large area.
Oh, well,
we came from
Rheinstein, yeah, is about a day's ride south, directly south along the
Alright, so
river.
it's about the same. Then we should go north to.
About the same as Mainz.
Yeah, we should go north then.
You sure you don't want to try south?
Well, we got to get Bourne. And
That's true. Yes, you're
if
right.
we go north, we don't lose an entire day's travel.
Okay.
I mean, it's daylight. It's starting to become daylight now.
It is solid daylight now.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to go.
Just make a trek. Okay.
We're gonna have to make a day's trek, and
we should.
If you don't mind my company, I'll be more than happy to help.
I was
you
gonna
with
ask
Simon.
if you don't mind coming. I mean, at least we can keep his mind calm.
Yeah. I can try to
At
coax
the very
Papillon
least.
back.
I'll just pick up the entire log chair with him tied to it.
You would like Papillon back.
And we're like, we
I
gotta
would
move.
like most of what I saw of Papillon.
Understood.
Sigismund, what
I
kind
didn't
of
mean to startle you
resources do
earlier, but
have
I'm very
we could
happy.
take?
I'm pleasantly surprised that you are accepting.
As far as horses, carriages,
Different
things of
I-
that
from
nature.
anything I've ever experienced.
I've been told. It
I'll
was
go and
jarring
see
for me the
see
first
whether or
time
not
too.
there's
I
anything else I can
understand.
do in the just before we leave. But otherwise, the only thing I can think of is to gather our
I mean, we'll
supplies
have
and
to
things.
we're gonna have to send help back. I mean, because they have nothing here to fix this.
No.
So if they can keep these people stable, we can send help to this town once we're out there that can bring supplies back to help all these people, because we can't move all of them, and we can't expect all of them to make the trek.
Well, at this point, should I understand that the creature's path of destruction just pretty much went through that side of town?
Yeah.
This town was, damaged in the battle, but not like that. They basically have like a half town or like a 3/4
Well,
town.
it extends farther back beyond this.
Okay.
It's just representative.
Simon,
It's much
Simon
Okay.
burned that half yesterday.
Yeah, so it's probably
burned it with oil too. I mean,
Yeah,
he did it too.
It's been pretty bad for this town. I don't know if you want to salvage it. Was kind of where I was getting to. Like maybe
Well, I mean-
if there's 9 people
I mean,
found.
take into account, this is only like 1/4 of the town.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, there's a lot more.
There's a lot more that we don't see on the map.
All right.
And a lot less people because of the monster that sucked them all up.
Sigismund says to you, what do you need? I mean, you came here with horses. They're in the stables. I mean, Boris or...
Yeah, so we'll
You
probably...
don't have to take my company, but I'll ride with you.
Of course. Always welcome.
Why not?
Do you need I'm sorry, do you need a special saddle? I don't...
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Nothing against... I just want to make proper...
Tie him to
Are you making fun of me?
No. No, not at all.
One moment.
Not at all.
Accommodating?
Just trying to be nice.
Matthias turns around to go outside while all this is going on.
Yes, I mean, I guess...
And he's going to go out and look at the stake, and just take a sword to it to try and hack it into something a little more
Okay. You continue to hack it apart. He says to you, we have food, we have...
Yeah, just let's
What's
load up
on
the
our
horses.
backs?
Let's load up the horses with as much supplies as we can. We need to leave, within
Post-haste.
the hour.
I don't even think we need an hour.
This
I have
can-
my sword.
Just give me 10 minutes to bring back to coax Papillon back so we can help calm down Simon.
I think
So
you'll
there you go, Sigismund, you got 10 minutes.
Sigismund takes his daggers in the ground and drags himself away.
I'll help him get it
So,
rounded up.
are you guys leaving town? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know. You tell me.
Maybe
What?
You're tied to the maybe we have...
Are you staying
Maybe
in
we
town?
find a meal first before we go? Feed ourselves with
We
whatever?
can eat on the road. We need to go.
Yeah.
We all need
Let's
need
get him
healing.
help. But
We
rather
all need healing. Simon, I don't know what's going to happen to him when he fully wakes up. Borinth is gone.
I agree
We need to
with all
move.
this, but where will we heal?
We're going to the next closest city. They'll have something there.
I feel I will need a long rest after all these days of battle.
We are not camping here for a week. We need to move.
I'm
We
just
can,
weary.
we can find a healer in a large town. We don't need to.
Once we get to mines, it should be much more manageable. You just see Matthias carrying a much reduced billet of wood, just like, and it looks vaguely like with a bit more refinement, it could be shaped into something resembling a lance.
All right, working on it.
Okay, well, we're going to wrap it up there. Everybody having a good time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, let me just, how do I stop this? It did stop once tonight. Guys, I had a great time. We're going to stop that there. What DM takes away is you guys are mounting up and leaving the village. Let me just quickly, you do manage to mount up. Simon is strapped to a log across a horse, and he's kind of rocking back and forth from feet to head, but it's strapped down reasonably well. It's almost kind of Chevy Chase-esque on European or whatever California Vacation or whatever it was called.
National Lampoon.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Probably kept
Jersey
up for the
goes
first
cross-country.
mile.
You guys ride off. Far off in the distance, you can still see that snow cloud. Not too much time has gone by. So everybody had a good time?
Yeah.
Simon, we'll start with you. Hey, I know there was a lot of inspiration, but you did some awesome RP there, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome, absolutely amazing RP. What was your highlight?
This is probably one of my favorite nights so far. When I originally created Simon, one of his flaw was unlocking an ancient mystery is worth the price of civilization. And I kind of feel like I really tied into that tonight. There was. It let me bring a little more personality to the tune. That there might be something else there that I'm happy that we kind of went through and kind of got that sorted. And I couldn't hope for anything more than being an insane wizard at this point.
How do you play that is up to you. You read I'm going to send it to you again just so you can process it.
Yeah.
And I do need you to roll a d6 before, just so that I'll tell you what that's about.
And you know, I felt like him in that insane state, he would just be shooting out spells from whatever the most powerful thing in him was at everything that was around, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. Thank you for the adventure log and a hook. Yeah. Obviously, it helped me prepare a little bit for that. Yeah. I really wasn't sure what you were going to do and how it was going to go, but that does help because those logs and hooks, it does help me prepare, hopefully, a better session for you.
I feel that we were very much on the same page with what you handed me and what I expected the consequences of what I was going to do to be.
Awesome.
Without a doubt.
Okay. Awesome.
I rolled a 3.
Awesome. With the logs and the hooks and tonight 2,000 experience points, sir. Ryan, did you have a good time?
Of course, always.
What was your highlight?
I really enjoyed being smacked around by that thing. Got to do it for the mini. But more than that, I really did enjoy the RP this time between me, Matthias, and Pandora and Mikolash, kind of going back and forth over Simon as a character and why he's important to us. But yeah, had just a good time all around.
It was awesome RP. I thought it was. I was surprised that it went. The RP continued as late as it was. I was actually like, what am I going to have to come up with here? 1,500 experience points.
How much?
1,500. Pandora, Michelle, welcome.
Thank you.
Did you have a good time?
I had a blast.
Here. And then
yeah, no pun intended.
I wish it was.
What was your highlight?
Stirring the pot with Matthias. Unexpected. Didn't mean to, but like, dude, you left it wide open.
Yes, that was.
Okay.
Perfect.
But also, you know, Baldur, right? You know, bringing Pandora in like he did was seamless. That brings her into at least this campaign.
It was a really good spot. for
Yeah,
her
it was
to do
great.
that, which I liked.
So,
'cause
but
sometimes
yeah,
it's
it
really
was
awkward. It's like, oh hey, come with us.
right. So being able to actually be effectively help, but the unexpected stirring the pot with Mattias, that was kind of fun.
Okay. This is a lot because you're new, and I use a level difference bonus. So it should be a pop to level 4. 6,000 experience points.
Took Pandora to level 60 cave.
Yeah, not quite.
Fighting the crazy monster.
Chris, do you have a good time?
Absolutely.
What was your highlight?
For me, I would say, as a person, it was definitely, the RP was very fun, it was very fluid, but for Mikolash, he had a very small little moment in that alley for himself, and then farther out with Simon, where Mikolash has been thinking a lot about what Johan said, your suit on a path, and doesn't really know what any of that means, but he was thinking about that one day, like his friends as they were crossing that bridge on the Sinem Rhine, and instead of just relying on his fist, he tried to think of a different way. That little skid in the snow, him using something other than his fist with a stunning strike, he created darkness. He thought, maybe there's something else I can do. And then helping Simon, he was like, maybe there's something else I can do other than punching people. So that was my favorite for me.
That was cool.
Exploring a little bit of Simon, yeah. I mean, of Mikolash.
Mikolash, that was very cool.
Yeah.
That was great stuff. Great stuff. And you're still level 9, correct?
Yep.
3,000 experience points.
All right.
Mattias, Reiner, did you have a good time?
I did.
What was your highlight?
There were a couple. Honestly, the RP was fun. I'll talk a little bit about that after, but honestly, I think that what I liked most was the fact that while slightly frustrating, it did give me an idea of where Matthias' character might be going.
Oh, okay.
It gave me an idea of... It forced me to think why he would be reacting so violently and so extremely to everything. Because I had decided he would, but before I hadn't really put together why. But it gave me an idea of why that might be the case. And of course, the fact that I managed to weaponize the stake was...
Yes.
I thought that was creative. It was great.
And now that Matthias has latched onto it as the lance he's going to make with his own hands.
Okay. Very, very cool. I had a good time. It was good RP. 1,500 experience points.
Thank you.
Guys, I had a great time. Never know where it's going to go. I don't know at all. So I do appreciate it.
It is
I
off
have
the
it
rails now.
Now,
I'll be on my way.
Brian and I obviously talked about his not being here, and he kind of wanted to be here. He didn't kind of want; he really wanted to be here because this is kind of tied to. He takes it as it's tied to his personal quest, is the way he approaches it. So that's. I know that was. I was like, this sounds kind of potentially railroady. But I think it still worked okay. So whatever, I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with that because obviously if he's back at the next session, I don't want him not to participate.
To just sit there the whole
So I gotta figure it all out. So I said, I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. So I hope it wasn't railroady or gamey.
No.
I thought it was
like,
interesting.
You gotta weigh it.
Yeah, you never know.
And like, I still am gonna kind of push towards the north. You gotta a little bit.
Yeah, you've got to balance it.
Yeah.
So it was
Go on the rails a little, jump back off.
Yeah. So it was what it was.
Rails can be.
We got to make it work for him
useful
because he's not here right now.
I do apologize. We're running a little bit late. So for a good thing is that I get to not do my diatribe here tonight. If the technology. Thank you for watching 7-Sided Dice Carpathian Adventure. Again, we'd like to thank Sirenscape for the use of their audio sound effects. That's www.syrinscape.com. Thank you, artists Yenu and Silky Noir, for their terrific character art. Please patronize them via the @Yenu draws on Instagram, @Yenu on Tumblr and Twitter, and patronize Silky Noir on DeviantArt. Please comment in the Twitch chat room, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on YouTube. while we do this strictly for fun, please let us know how we might improve the stream. Lastly, please follow us on Twitch, on Instagram. Please like us on Facebook and on YouTube. And please subscribe on YouTube to all of those who have subscribed. You guys are awesome. I have a long diatribe here on a concept called planning, but you don't have to hear it tonight. Always remember, in the Carpathian adventure, the journey is the destination, and we will continue the journey in 2 weeks. So for now, thank you for watching. Roll a 7-sided die and have a great night.
Huzzah!